Heggie now back to Piper. Nice little move.
That was.
Piper misses the jumper. He's a little short on it.
Not only can he score, he can pass. That was a nice pass from give and go from Heggie.
I think we're on video now, too, if you want to check us out. It's a big night tonight.
GameTimePA.com, yeah.
GameTimePA.com. It's a big night for everyone. Championship night. We are in the consolation round right here. Rockets are up 32-26. Waynesboro has possession of the ball. They go inside to Keck. He takes it, doesn't get it to go. Heggie with the rebound. And now Piper coming up the right side of the court. Piper pulls, slows it down, now goes left. Vosberg to Sowers. Sowers to Vosberg. He'll take the jumper at the foul line. It doesn't go, but Heggie with the rebound. Heggie goes to put it back in and gets fouled. Shot doesn't go, but he does pick up the foul. He'll shoot 2. He's 0 for 1 at the line so far tonight. Trying to figure out here. That foul was on number 43, Weibly. That's his first foul. 32-26. Heggie's first shot off the back of the rim doesn't go. Heggie getting ready to take a second shot here. Greencastle basketball team coming in front of the camera here, looking for a place to sit, and there's hundreds of seats.
They're just looking for a little FaceTime on there.
Yeah, they won't want to walk by. Like, look at me. Heggie gets it to bounce up and down and in and around, and finally it falls. He's got 11. He leads all scorers tonight. 11 points. He's 1 of 3 from the line. So we got a stoppage of action here to get everybody in. Subs come in. Heggie goes out to get a drink of water. Last time Heggie went out to get a drink of water, nothing good happened.
Nothing good happened for James Buchanan. Saw Waynesboro during that time. In fact, they went on a 14-3 run.
Akamola's got the basketball. Gets it up front to Keck. Keck looking for Nieder. Oh, Nieder throws it away.
You know, Nieder, and again, he didn't look for the shot. He got his guy to take a step back. He made separation, but he didn't take the shot, and he threw it away. Take the shot. He can shoot the ball.
You keep saying that.
I know, but when he shoots, he scores.
Heggie just apparently needed a drink because he's right back in. And you keep saying that, so shoot it.
Yeah,
that's a hold.
I'm going to tell him after the game, too.
That's a hold, yeah.
When I see him.
Call.
Keck
had a hold of Pines' jersey going down the floor. So Keck picks up his second foul, I believe. And I could be wrong, but no, I'm right on that one. All right, Pines going to go left. Keck's defending him. Keck gives him a little push there. Be careful. Don't pick up a hand check. Vosberg gets it inside to Heggie. He loses control of the basketball.
It's going to be a walk against James Buchanan. Again, that time the adjustment, they were able to get the double team on Heggie. When they get the double team on Heggie, it's tough for him to move either direction, and that's the way to stop him. If not, and they're just playing straight up man, it's a tough one. Heggie comes out after that one. He's going to get the extended rest because we're under a minute here of the quarter.
Good, no cheap fouls here, 45 seconds ago. 33-26, Rockets lead. As we said at halftime, your Coach Strout win the third quarter. And so far, that's what they're doing. Akamola coming underneath. Tries to get rid of the ball. Finds Huffman down on the baseline. Now he comes way up top to Keck. Ooh, Keck almost threw that one away. And now Huffman has the ball at the foul line. Gets it to Keck. He's wide open for 3. Doesn't get it to go. Akamola comes with the rebound. He takes it to the basket. His shot doesn't go, but he does get fouled, and he'll go to the line and shoot 2.
I like what I see from Guacamole. He's played tough. He goes to the ball well.
Guacamole.
Oh, that's what you've been saying. That's why I imitated it. You know, I'm actually, next time I'm going to ask somebody, maybe even him, how he says his name.
How it is. Akamola, I believe it is. He's got that one, so he's got 3 points tonight. 33-27, the lead is 6 for the Rockets. Akamola gets one more shot at this. Nice off the front of the rim, it doesn't get to go. And nice job by Vosberg, who said he had shooter, and he had shooter.
Yep, he did.
And he was able to get the rebound. So Pines got the ball, he goes to his right, kind of drags both feet. Now he gets pushed and twisted and turned. Sowers finds Buchanan.
I'm not sure he's aware of the clock.
Buchanan gets it to Pine. It's 2 seconds. He shoots it up.
Oh, they call a foul?
Oh, yeah, of course they did.
That's a terrible foul for Keck.
That was a I don't think Keck knew what time was on the clock. He wasn't looking at it.
3 shots. 1, it was a three-pointer. 2, it was no time left. And 3, it's his third.
That makes it a three-peat.
That does. That does. That's the trifecta you do not want.
So Pine's going to go to the line, or not Pine, Piper. Piper is going to go to the line and shoot 3. Here we go. And there's no time on the clock. Is that an accurate statement?
That is an accurate
That's
statement.
accurate statement.
Usually
So,
when it says 0, 0, 0, 0.
So Piper, and you won't believe this, but that's Piper's first points tonight.
I'm just telling you, they're not shooting as well as they did last night.
That's Piper's second point of the night. He's got a chance to hit 3. There he is. Nice rotation on the ball. Piper gets 3 points on that, and so James Buchanan extends their lead 36-27 at the end of the third quarter. We'll be right back on the F&M Trust Sports Network on GameTimePA.com. What'd I say?
GameTimePA.com. You can hit it.
That's what I said.
Yep.
Game Time on F&M Trust Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Had an auto accident? It's common to wonder how things could have turned out differently, if only.
No regrets.
If only you had Erie Insurance. With Erie, instead of regrets, you can focus on putting your mishap behind you.
No regrets.
With an Erie Rate Lock auto policy, your rate won't take a hit, no matter what. It stays put until you change a car, driver, or address. People who treat you fairly, legendary service, great rates. That's what it means to have seriously good insurance for your auto, home, or business. Erie Insurance. See for yourself why Erie received the J.D. Power Award for highest in customer satisfaction with the auto insurance purchase experience, 3 years in a row.
Your Erie agent in Greencastle and Waynesboro is Antrim Insurance Agency. Get a quote at AntrimINSPA.com.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Limited to 3 years in Virginia. Other conditions and limitations at ErieInsurance.com. For J.D. Power Award information, go to JDPower.com.
Erie Insurance. Your home for Franklin County sports. This is MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Welcome back to the beginning of the fourth quarter. 36-27, Rockets on top. Waynesboro possession of the basketball. Kyle Huffman up top, gets it down in the corner to Keck. Now Ryan has it. Over to Keck, thought about shooting it, but he doesn't. Now they just keep working the perimeter, changing it around. Switch sides, switch the field. Keck looking for Huffman, he didn't have him. Pulled it back to Ryan. Now Huffman has the ball. James Buchanan getting a little bit louder. Everybody's clapping this thing. Great defense. Ryan's going to his right. Now Huffman. Huffman driving the lane, looking for a foul, loses the basketball. We should get a timeout there, but no, we had a jump ball, and that's Rockets basketball.
Yes, it is.
That's all you got to say about that.
That's all you got to say about that. No, well, I was thinking this official was pointing toward the bench. He was pointing down the other way. I thought maybe there was a timeout. It came from the bench. Ooh, a little bump and run. And that's a foul.
You can't do that,
No, you
man.
can't do that.
So Piper had the basketball coming out of court, and Nieder just kind of leaned into him and gave him a little shoulder shove. And now, because they're in the bonus, they're going to shoot a one-on-one here. And Piper just showed you before the break that he's pretty good from the line.
Yeah, that was a pretty good quarter for the Rockets. Obviously, 16-6, they outscored the Waynesboro Indians, and that streak goes on a little bit. He's now hit the last 4 points have been from the free throw line from Piper.
And Piper, 4 points in a row. Now 5 in a row for him, all from the line, and all the last 5 shots, 5 points for the Rockets have come from the foul line for Piper. Seth Huffman gets the ball to Ryan. Ryan drives the lane off the glass and gets it again. Good drive by him.
Exactly the same thing that James Buchanan does, called secondary break, and they get it to the big man coming down, and Kyle Huffman found him, and bucket is good.
Here we go. Piper taking it off the glass, he's got the hot hand. He said, I'll try one of these.
Yeah.
It didn't get it to go, though, so Seth Huffman comes up the floor with the basketball. They're looking to do some things with it, move it inside. Huffman hands it off to Keck. Keck looks to his right to Nieder. Nieder bounces it down in the corner to Ryan.
I still try to get, that's a nice shot if it goes. But
Keck gets it, doesn't go, and then Heggie pulls it down and gets it to Piper. Piper thought about it, changed his mind. Now he gets the ball to Vosberg. Vosberg looking to his right. Hagee's sticking his hand up saying, just give it to me. I'll back it in.
Yeah, but here he goes.
All of a sudden,
That's going to be 4.
That's going to be a foul on Keck. You say I couldn't see from those people walking in front of me. Yep, that's Keck, 24. He's got 4 fouls. It doesn't look like Coach Huffman is doing anything to make that move.
Not
Maybe
at this
he doesn't
stage.
know. Someone's yelling over there. Hey, he's got 4.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, there they go. Yeah, someone just told him.
I'm going to send Cal Davis into the ball game. Here's the thing. I know that Waynesboro's offense is centered around, it's a jump shot offense. It's because they don't have that real big guy that they trust going down low. But what they're not doing is using Dakota Ryan down low, at least try to get a foul or 2 on Heggie. You know, get the ball down low, let him go against Heggie. Maybe he can't, but the odds are it could be a foul. Get Heggie out of the game.
I'm sure I'm getting Ryan and Hine confused all night because that's what happens.
I know, it's okay.
It's too close together.
I know.
Who does that? Who has 2 kids on their team named Ryan and Hine? But look, Piper goes and makes 2 of them. Now he's got 8 points. Yeah, I mean, just don't foul him ever.
No, Doug.
Oh, that was close to 5 there, I believe.
That with the ball.
Nieder's got the ball. He gets the baseline. He's got it. Heggie jump. Why would you do that, Heggie? Why?
Watch Larry. Well, I think he's going to say the same thing. Maybe not. Needs to square and go straight up. Yep, that's what he's going to tell him. Every time he fouls, square and straight up.
Well, as soon as you make that arm in a windmill motion, that can't be good, right?
Now, you're right.
Nieder goes. He's the first foul shot for him. He makes it. He's got 5. Heggie picks up his 4th foul. I guess you got to get him off for a little bit, right? I mean, you feel like you got a 10-point lead here. Can you sit him for a while? The front doesn't get off. That shot doesn't go for Nieder. So now Tacker with the basketball gets it inside to Heggie with a bounce pass to Piper. And what happened here? A little trip, a little block, trip.
And a foul, yep.
And a foul. So James Buchanan will now pick up their 5th foul. That's on Piper. That's got to be his first foul.
10-point deficit. A lot to make up. The biggest lead was 11.
Going to get Piper a rest here. Going to put Pine in for him. 40-30. Rockets lead with 5:29 to go, and that's almost an eternity.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Huffman with the basketball. I like Heggie on the bench right here. I'm not afraid to tell you that. Huffman takes it kind of out of control.
You mean you'd like to get him down so he can play the end? Not get the 5th foul?
Yeah. I want him playing right here.
Jump ball situation goes back to the Indians. The Indians going to substitute for Line.
I mean, here's the thing. He's going to end up fouling Seth Huffman on a drive to the basket, and that really, that's just a waste there. But
let's see if that does occur.
We will see if that does occur. There he goes again, jumping at people. That ball's loose on the floor. Vosberg gets it, but he gets it out to Pine right away. And Pine coming down to his right to Sowers. Sowers with the long arms. Finding Pine all by himself. That shot's too long, but it goes right to Heggie. And Heggie's there for the putback. He's got 13 points in this game, and he's been a huge factor, quite honestly. That ball knocked out of bounds by Vosberg.
And I think, too, that there's been a different game from him, too, from last night, and really has been the difference, the one-person difference. Take Heggie out, and I know it's a 12-point lead, and he has 13 points, but I think he just has altered a lot of shots, too.
Nieder with the basketball for the Indians. Tries to go down to his left. Vosberg doing a great job defending him. That ball, that's backcourt. I didn't think Vosberg got a hand on it, but maybe he did. Tommy Huffman believes Vosberg got a hand on it.
Timeout. I think James Buchanan called that, and Tom's letting him know that someone touched it.
But they're not changing their mind.
No, I don't think so. They're not. This broadcast brought to you by F&M Trust. When you need extra funds this fall, pay less rate and more great. The F&M Trust Home Equity Line of Credit is the ideal way to make large purchases or consolidate monthly bills. For details on F&M Trust special introduction offer, visit a community officer or fnmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Great job with that.
Thank you. Is that all you have to say? Great job with that?
You do a nice job. I mean, you're professional. I'm just excited to be here with you and to be able to do this. I'm also excited to be able to use the restroom since you were able to.
I was hoping I'd get a chance before the next two games to go also.
Very politely at the end of the girls' game, who, by the way, somebody, Chambersburg won 41-59, but between the games you said, hey, you got this, I'll be right back.
Yeah. Well,
you didn't give me a chance to say no.
Here's the deal.
You were running across the court.
Here's the deal. I'm going to let Rick sit here. Rick Lewis has joined us. You two are going to wrap up this game. I am going to the bathroom because after this you can go to the bathroom all you
I
want.
might not be able to make it.
You have an hour and a half to go to the bathroom. It'll be okay. I don't. I'll be here for 2 games.
I gotcha.
I knew you wouldn't, man.
Vosburg going to bring in the ball for the Rockets, and here we go. It always comes back to Bjorn with us.
It does.
Pine with the basketball down in the corner. Rockets have control. They look for Sowers. Nice play, but he got too far in. Too far under the basket to make that work. Niederer brings it back up. Wide open, Cal Davis.
Oh!
Cal Davis out of the rafters. Brings one down from the lights.
Huge one.
For 3.
And then a steal.
It's 42-33. Indians making a move right here. Maybe a bad timeout by Coach Strout. Davis, another one.
Boy, if that had gone, that had brought the house down.
Oh, and they want the call. And listen, this is how it all works itself out. He's not going to do that, is he?
Yeah, he's going to say blue ball.
Oh, no. They're wrong again. It's supposed to work itself out. It did not.
Strout wants the third official that did not put his 2 cents in to go over and get his 2 cents.
Yeah. It's 2 out. Let's vote on this. Two out of 3. And there's a shot from the foul line by Niederer. As you said, he's got to shoot more. And now it's 42-35.
Another turnover.
And Hagee's saying to Pine, look, never give me the ball to dribble it up the floor.
Yeah, why he did that?
Aren't you the guy that brings it up? Give it to me under the basket.
This play's starting to get a little alive.
Both sides going crazy in here tonight. 42-35, 3:48. I don't know if I'm equipped to do a close game. No. Pine has the basketball. He stole the inbound pass. Gets it to Piper. Piper for 3. Piper hits 3 and the plates are up.
Wow.
He's got 11 points. Here comes Huffman. He's going to go to Hagee. Now out to Niederer. Let him shoot again off the rim. Doesn't go. There's Pine with the basketball. Pine coming out quickly. Slow it down a little bit.
No.
Or not. Vosburg for 2. 47-35. I mean, don't rush yourself. You got the lead. 3 minutes to go. Play the clock. You don't want to run around and lose the ball. Niederer with the basketball.
Moments ago it was 7-point lead. Now it's back to 12 again.
He's smart. Niederer from the foul line. He gets it to go again. You said shoot all night. Finally, someone heard you.
Niederer, I told him to shoot all night.
Oh, he gave it right to Huffman. Don't you let him have that?
Yeah.
I think you let him have that.
So he gets fouled. Piper with the foul. That'll send Huffman to the line. Huffman sort of wish he could have put that in. 10 points is the difference, and at 3 minutes to go, 2:56.
I mean, Pine, if he doesn't make it, I guess it's okay.
Yeah.
Going to shoot 2 for Huffman here. Up by 10, 47-37. That's where you want to use one of your timeouts instead of throwing the ball away.
Yeah. Did not get the foul.
So it was a great foul. That's what I said. Great foul.
Yeah.
Great foul.
Kept coming in behind in the Waynesboro lineup.
Going to shoot 2 here, Huffman is. Makes that one. Huffman's got 11. So here we go, 47-38, 2:52 to go. Waynesboro Rockets being trapped in their own end. Now Vosburg gets the basketball up ahead.
Oh, great
and they
pass.
get it to Sowers. Sowers gets it in.
Great bounce pass cross court to wide open Sowers.
Fantastic play. That's what happens when you press there, right?
Yep.
You get back there and there's no one there. Nieder's got the ball top of the key, being harassed by Piper.
He can't dribble. Oh, man, that's a double dribble.
Vosberg double dribbles, gets away with it, but doesn't get the shot to go. And now Piper at full speed, coming down the lane, decides to throw it in. The bucket won't go, but he is going to shoot 2 anyway. And Piper's been lights out from the foul line. He's shooting 2. That foul's on number 21, Davis. Cal Davis picks up his first foul. And Piper's going to shoot 2.
Yeah, that stroke's nice. Really is. Nice backspin on it.
It looks pretty. He's missed 1 foul shot tonight, this Piper guy.
Feet's even up. Look at it here.
Look, it's textbook. It's how they coach it.
And follow through. Knees bent. It's good.
13 points. Unbelievable for Piper tonight from the foul line. 51-38, JB in the lead.
And that is the lead, by the way, 13 points.
That's a long 3-point shot by Nieder, your guy, who all of a sudden decided, hey, give me the ball. Now we got Piper with a nice spin move, takes to the basket, doesn't get it in, but gives it to Vosberg. He lays it in unselfishly. Vosberg picks up a second bucket for him, and it's 53-41. Now Huffman goes under the basket, and they're going to call that foul on Piper.
Yeah, I think so. It wasn't on Heggie.
No, Heggie wasn't near him. Heggie was smart that time. He just said, I'll stand back here. 1:49 to go. Piper picks up his third foul. So you got Piper with 3, Heggie with 4, and Sowers with 3. And for the Indians, Keck has 4, and Ryan has 3.
Just put a sub in, but they couldn't, so they had to make that squared away. You got to go on the second shot.
Huffman makes the first one.
That's pretty heavy deficit to make up in a minute 49.
Huffman's got 12 points. Piper and Heggie both have 13. Huffman and Nieder have 12. And Nieder got his 12 this quarter, basically.
Yeah.
Heggie came down with it. Now Vosberg has the ball. He's being trapped. Gets it over to Piper.
Thought Piper was going to shoot that
I
3.
did too. Thought, why would you?
Why would you?
Sowers with the basketball. Give it to Pine. Pine's going to go into Heggie. Heggie's going to back him in off the glass. And what are they going to call here? They don't know what they're calling.
A walk before the shot.
I'll take that if you're Stroud, right?
Yeah, because you thought it was going to be a foul.
Because the way they were looking, they were going to call something else. You say, whoa, that's right, it's a walk.
Yeah. Now he shuffled his feet underneath before the connection between the two bodies collided. Waynesboro's got to go quick here. Minute 30 to go.
Here we go. Nieder driving, goes down to Vosberg. That's going to be offensive. Yes. Nieder gets the charge, or Vosberg draws the charge. Nieder gets called for it. So he did have position and put himself in a great spot. That's a skill too, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yes,
Being able to take a charge.
Doesn't happen very often.
We got a timeout, man. Who wants to leave now? 1:24 to go in the fourth quarter. 53-24, Rockets on top. We'll be back after these words on the F&M Trust Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. Use home equity funds for big purchases or to pay off high-interest bills. Apply today and rake in even more savings with F&M Trust special introductory offer. Visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Your home for Franklin County sports. This is MidPennBroadcasting.com.
This place is jumping in the gym right now. It's going crazy. The home team, the James Buchanan Rockets, are up 53-42 with 13 seconds to go on the timeout clock.
Yeah, we were lamenting the timeout clock. I guess it's sort of nice for the officials, but really doesn't. In a sense, the officials are going to get notified by the horn in the 15th. And Rick Lewis, who coaches 9th grade ball at Greencastle, he just said to us, it's terrible. You look up, you want to know how much time is left. And here's this clock running down. You don't remember it's a minute 24.
No, but there is a minute 24. And it's 53-42. James Buchanan is in the lead. They're in the double bonus. Heggie's going to inbound the ball here. And they get it to Tacker. And he
foul.
gets pushed quickly. And we're going to start the fouling game here, so we couldn't. I might have to. I might have to get a porta potty.
Yeah, okay.
At some point.
You know, if they could just put one out here in the hallway, we'd have been okay. But
Nieder gets. He creates the foul, and that's going to put number 34, Cody Tacker, on the line to shoot 2 because they're in a double bonus. He's got 8 points tonight too.
Basketball play, the foul.
yeah, this is what Mike Montador lives for: timeouts and fouls in the last minute and a half.
Yeah, yes, it's awful.
Though, Rick, you'll appreciate this. He was lamenting about timeouts and how there's too many timeouts in a basketball game. And I said, well, wait a minute. In football, they get 6. In basketball, only 5. And then he sort of took it back. So
I didn't take it back, but I said they don't always use them all, though.
Well.
I've not been to a basketball game where they don't. All right, Tiger makes the second one, so he's got 9 points. And it makes it a 54-42 lead. 1:23 to go in this game. Indians are going to inbound the basketball here. Huffman has it. Surprised they didn't roll it 700 feet.
well, that's why Pine went up there to make sure that didn't happen.
Nieder gets the ball over to Huffman. Huffman tries to get it back to Nieder. He takes the shot. Oh, no, doesn't go, in and out. Hagee comes down with the rebound, and now they're going to get Hine, with the reach-in foul. That'll be his 3rd foul. And so Hagee will go to the line and try to extend his point total tonight. He and Piper both have 13, leading all point scorers in this game.
Well, the third game was supposed to start at 7 o'clock, and of course the overtime coming from the first game of the girls, Chambersburg winning over Waynesboro 51-49. Hagee hits the bucket.
He does hit the bucket, so he's 2 of 4 tonight from the foul line. A chance to go 3 of 5, which changes your percentage dramatically.
Yes, it does.
And there off the back of the rim, doesn't go, so he sticks on 14 points in this game. So we are under a minute now at 55-42. Waynesboro Huffman takes it all the way down.
Uh-oh.
Hagee blocks. They're not going to call it on him. They're going to call Pine from behind.
Okay.
I think that's what they're going to call Pine there. He's going to shoot 2. Yep, on Pine. So Pine picks up his 3rd foul. They'll put Huffman at the line. He's going to shoot 2, I believe. Hagee had a nice block, so Huffman misses that one. He's getting a little tired, maybe not as much jump in his legs that he had earlier.
Yeah, he's played most of this ball game for Waynesboro.
Well, your legs are so critical at the foul line.
Yeah.
And when you're tired and late in the game, you don't get that same leg drive. Misses both.
Boy, I know Hagee has a double-double tonight. He's controlled both boards, at least the defensive board, pretty easily.
Piper's got the ball. They get it over to Tacker, and Tacker gets fouled by number 10, who makes his first appearance in the game, Tim Corral. Tim did it.
Waynesboro going to pull the starters out and put the ones who haven't been into the ball game.
So they can foul, or because they're saying, all right, we can't catch up?
I think it's because they're saying, well, it's all right, we can't catch up.
Wow.
So they're going to go to 0-2. Rockets will split this tournament to 1-1. Big win for the
It's a huge win for the program.
Yeah, it is.
And we talked about that at the half. Tacker makes that first shot. He's got 10. But I just think it's a huge win for the program. It tells Larry Stroud now can look at his kids and say all the hard work we put in is paying off. We're already reaping dividends. We don't have to wait till halfway point in the year. We're reaping the dividends right now.
Well, it was a 5-point loss last night to Chambersburg, and now tonight they're going to pick up, I think, a fairly sizable one before it's all over.
And so there he is, makes both. It's 57-42.
15-point lead, obviously the biggest of the night. The Waynesboro, early on in the fourth quarter, had it down to a 7-point deficit. But
all right, 47 seconds ago, 57-42. Indians have the ball. They're going to get it out there, maybe try to get a shot off. Why would you?
Are you going? That's going to be over this time.
Coach Stroud's going to talk to Rylan Wassel. He's talking to him. He's coaching him up. I do love that about Coach Stroud. He coaches up all the time.
Yeah, he does.
But he just talked to Wassel and said, why are you fouling? Why did you foul that young man?
Who made it, by the way.
He did make his first bucket of the night. He's in the scorebook. He's got a point in this one. He's 1-of-1 from the line. And that's Tim Coral. Tim's going to shoot the second one here. Second one goes good for Tim as well. So Tim 2 of 2 from the line. If James Buchanan just moved the ball around 35 seconds ago. Sowers, give it to somebody. Hand it off. Just hold it. There you go. 22 seconds. They're in the victory formation.
Yes, they are.
4 corners, 16 seconds. Stretch it out. There you go. Everybody's in it. Hold the ball.
That's the ball game.
2, 1, 0. Bam. James Buchanan wins the consolation game in the Franklin County tip-off tournament over the Waynesboro Indians by a final score of 57-44. And what an outstanding basketball game. You know, at halftime, this thing could have gone either way.
Well, it was a one-point game at halftime, and Waynesboro was in the driver's seat. And so, you know, you needed something to happen because JB only had a three-pointer in that pivotal second quarter.
Yeah.
Not pivotal one, but then it became, they came back out. They came out strong, outscoring Waynesboro 16-6, set the picture for what was going to happen, and then they really just never could get back into it. You know, the Indians could, and you got to give the Rockets credit. They played well when they had to, did what they had to, play got it into the big guy for him to score. I just thought they played, they didn't shoot as well as last night, and they had a bad second quarter. But after that, those other 3 quarters, they played very well.
Yeah, did a real nice job, and as you said, get Niederer got hot there at the end. Get him hot earlier, maybe things are a little bit different as it was a close game at the half. But we'll come back. I'll go through all the scoring with you and give you the point leaders. But I'll be right back right after these words on the F&M Trust Sports Network at MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. With the home equity line of credit from F&M Trust, you can pay less rate and add more great to your life. Get extra funds to pay off high-interest bills, tackle home remodeling projects, or make other big purchases. Apply today and you'll rake in even more savings with F&M Trust's special introductory rate. For details, connect with any local branch or visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
There's nothing like being at the game. The excitement, the fun, the food, and all the waste. Whether it's popcorn boxes, hot dog wrappers, or this soda cup. Big games generate tons of waste. That's why Waste Management is helping stadiums and businesses reduce waste altogether through recycling and organic composting. To learn more, talk to your local Waste Management representative or visit thinkgreen.com.
Have heating or air conditioning needs? Look no further than Lecron's Comfort Solutions. We service all brands: heat pumps, humidifiers, system replacements, gas, oil, electric heat, and ductless systems. Lecron's Comfort Solutions is your authorized Trane dealer. Call Corey at 717-597-3768 for a free estimate. We are licensed and insured. Lecron's Comfort Solutions. Local company, local name. Serving Greencastle and all of Franklin County with professional service and installation.
Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency, has been serving the tri-state area for 35 years. We specialize in screen printing and embroidered clothing. Del Martin Incorporated supplies a full range of brand-name uniforms for athletic, work, and medical applications, and a full line of advertising essentials. We have an in-house artist ready to put your ideas to work for you. T-shirts for schools, clubs, churches, and events. Del Martin Incorporated, 21 Sarah Susan Lane, Greencastle. Phone 717-597-5751 or online at delprint.com.
over 70 local sporting events a year. This is MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Heading into the championship round of the Franklin County Tip-Off Tournament at probably James Buchanan out here in Mercersburg, Pennsylvania, home of the Rockets, and we're getting ready for some championship action tonight. Greencastle girls will play James Buchanan Rockets here in the first game of the championship round, and then the second game, the nightcap, Greencastle will play Chambersburg for the ever-present big trophy of the night to see what's going on. And you know, these tournaments are crazy fun and a great way to start your year. And I talked to Greg yesterday about, we're coming into these things, there's a lot of questions, but at the end of them, are there any answers?
But that's a real good point. I think the biggest answer that I've seen so far, Mike, is James Buchanan has to feel outstanding from their boys program. Larry Strout, that's a nice win over Waynesboro. They gave Chambersburg everything they wanted. I don't think they're a team that couldn't have got any more out of this weekend. So I think, you know, they did an outstanding job. Congratulations to them. And I think the other answers are, I think as a coach, you find out what you need to work on. You go, as a football coach, you know, you go into preseason, you have all these ideas, you go into the first scrimmages, you have, and about 2 minutes into the first game, all your ideas don't work. It's the same with basketball. You're like, we're gonna do this, we're gonna press, we're gonna run this offense, and you find out it all looked great against your second team, but playing the other team starters, it doesn't work at all. So you got to readjust it, and that's what everyone will do after this tournament, readjust. But congratulations to the Rockets. That was a real nice win for them.
Yep, let's go through that real quick. Rockets win the consolation game against Waynesboro, 57-44. Running down the score totals here. Kyle Huffman had 12 points. He was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of 12 from the foul line. Nieder had 12 points. He was 1 of 1 from the foul line. Keck had 6 points. He was 2 of 3 from behind the stripe. Hind had 6 points. Akamola had 3 points, and he was 1 of 2 from the foul line. Davis had 3 points, and Tim Corral had 2 points, both from the foul line. For the Rockets, Pine had 6, 1 of 1 from the foul line. Piper had 13 points tonight. He just didn't miss from the foul line. And Heggie had 14 points tonight to lead all scorers. Did a great job getting him the basketball. Sowers had 2, Buchanan had 2. The other Sowers had 6 points. And then you had Tacker with 11, and Vosberg added 4 to give you the total of 57-44. You said it, we said it. It's a great way for Larry Strout to look at his team after the last couple of years and say, look, hard work does pay off, and they've obviously been working hard. They came out and did it. And Waynesboro is going to have to go back and scratch their heads a little bit and figure out where they're going from here. I think they were hoping to have a better showing in this Franklin County Tip-Off Tournament.
Yeah, no, I think you're exactly right, Mike. They're going to have to figure out where the biggest thing that I've seen the last 2 nights is where they're going to get their offense from. You know, scoring 40 points at the varsity level in 2 games is not going to get it done. You're going to have to figure out where the baskets are going to come from.
You're absolutely right. I know we're going to take a short break here. When we come back, Greg will be here with Rick to join you to get ready in championship games. I'm going to take a long hiatus here. I'll listen in and watch like everybody else. I might stick around for a while because what a crowd that's here tonight. But after that, Greg and Rick will be right back with you for championship round right after these words on the F&M Trust Sports Network, on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. With the home equity line of credit from F&M Trust, you can pay less rate and add more great to your life. Get extra funds to pay off high-interest bills, tackle home remodeling projects, or make other big purchases. Apply today and you'll rake in even more savings with F&M Trust's special introductory rate. For details, connect with any local branch or visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
There's nothing like being at the game. The excitement, the fun, the food, and all the waste. Whether it's popcorn boxes, hot dog wrappers, or this soda cup. Big games generate tons of waste. That's why Waste Management is helping stadiums and businesses reduce waste altogether through recycling and organic composting. To learn more, talk to your local Waste Management representative or visit thinkgreen.com.
Have heating or air conditioning needs? Look no further than Lecron's Comfort Solutions. We service all brands: heat pumps, humidifiers, system replacements, gas, oil, electric heat, and ductless systems. Lecron's Comfort Solutions is your authorized Trane dealer. Call Corey at 717-597-3768 for a free estimate. We are licensed and insured. Lecron's Comfort Solutions. Local company, local name. Serving Greencastle and all of Franklin County with professional service and installation.
Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency, has been serving the tri-state area for 35 years. We specialize in screen printing and embroidered clothing. Del Martin Incorporated supplies a full range of brand-name uniforms for athletic, work, and medical applications, and a full line of advertising essentials. We have an in-house artist ready to put your ideas to work for you. T-shirts for schools, clubs, churches, and events. Del Martin Incorporated, 21 Sarah Susan Lane, Greencastle. Phone 717-597-5751 or online at delprint.com.
Streaming live with over 70 local sporting events a year, this is MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Welcome back, ready for game number 3 here tonight. It is the championship game of the girls tournament for Frank County Tip-Off Tournament, brought to you by Keystone Ford. It'll be the Greencastle Antrim girls and the James Buchanan Rocket, and they'll go head-to-head here in just a few moments. Tonight's game is brought to you by F&M Trust. Pay less rate and get more great this fall with a special offer on a home equity line of credit. Learn more at fnmtrustonline.com, equal housing lender. Antrim Insurance, your local area insurance agent serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding areas. Waste Management, environmentally friendly technologies, and advanced innovations. Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency serving the tri-state area for 35 years. Lecron Comfort Solutions, serving all of Franklin County with professional service and installation. And, of course, Klein Tours, New York City, Atlantic City, and more. Visit kleinstours.net for a complete tour schedule. Pre-game show is brought to you by Antrim Insurance, your local area insurance agent serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding areas. Antrim Insurance, 169 South Antrim Way, Greencastle, 1685 East Main Street in Waynesboro. We are into it, Rick. It's not going to take long to get these games started. They used to give 20 minutes between the games, but because they're running late already, it'll appear the second game will start to 9:30 tonight, or last game till 9:30 tonight. Should get us out of here around midnight, I think. So,
just talking to the Greencastle boys as they're sitting here, I'm like, hope you guys are awake. Go get some Coke and
drink some caffeine.
Keep yourselves into it. But as we were talking with Mike, as we were wrapping up real quick, real nice win for the Rockets there, the boys program. That was good. And now the Rocket ladies have a chance to have a poor big upset. And talking to Mike Ryan, he feels JB might be the second best team in the Colonial this year.
Well, you know, they played really well last night. Jen Lothers has them running up and down the court with a lot of energy in them, and they're playing well. I'm not sure if this is her second. I think it might be her second or third year back for her. And again, trying to get her program instituted, as we talked about. So, you know, it's one of those deals where they just have to come out. They've been playing well, so we'll see what occurs.
Yeah. And for the Blue Devils, it all starts with Janae Faulkner. They're all everything, small forward, and Hannah Christ. Both girls are going to hit the 1,000-point mark this year, which is just a heck of an accomplishment. But more than just individual numbers, the way they play, they move the ball, they get up and down. It's an exciting style. The last 2 years, the Lady Blue Devils have just been a lot of fun to watch, and that should continue on to this year. Megan Horizon's kind of the X factor, a senior. who has the capability of stepping up for them. They need her to do that on a consistent basis to make up for the loss of Herman and Gelsinger.
Well, they're going to have to find, as we talked about, that one of the questions was they got to find that third scorer. You know, we anticipated to be Herneisen, and hopefully that will be she'll step up. It's hard to do it with one or two scores. I think you saw Waynesboro. They struggled because there's one scorer, Keck. He just didn't have a very good tournament. I've seen him play many times when he's been outstanding and could blindfold hit a 30-footer. But, you know, that happens every now and then to good shooters and everybody else. And so they couldn't find. I kept saying Nieder needed to be their man, and he did step up later on. But that's the same thing for the Greencastle Blue Devils. They got to find that third score to be consistent each and every night, and they'll be good. They come in ranked number 7th in the state. This would be a tremendous upset, tremendous win for James Buchanan for the girls. It really would be.
It would be, but I think Mike said it very well, Coach Ryan, that when he said to me, the Colonial's getting better. Yes. On the girls' side. Yeah. And he said, we're not going to be able to just show up this year. And that wasn't Coach speak. I've gotten to know Coach Ryan pretty well over the last couple of years, and he and I talked pretty candidly, and that wasn't Coach speak. He was very honest. Last year we were able to just show up.
Yeah.
But he's like, this year we're not going to be able to do that. And last night was evident. Even though Greencastle ended up winning big, the first half was relatively close.
Well, it was. That came, the second half was a different situation. And, it's amazing sometimes. Greencastle had 13 threes, which I understand like the state record's 14, which it doesn't seem like a lot, does it?
Not really. No, that is a little shocking because there's some offenses anymore where literally more than half their shots are three-pointers. But Faulkner and Chris bring that explosiveness that puts a lot of pressure on defense. We talk about the boys last night about the three-pointer being an important weapon from them, but they're going to also have to go to the bucket. With Faulkner and Chris, they just keep pressing and pushing that ball up, and the ball movement is so good that they find the open three time and time again, and it's just a matter of time until it drops. The girls are exciting to watch. I'm looking forward to both games tonight. I think they're going to be great games, and I know you put in a lot of time, but it's a little extra juice here for Greencastle and 2 championship games.
It always helps when the Blue Devils are in those ball games, that's for sure. So it should be interesting to see. Tonight's pregame show has been brought to you by Antrim Insurance, your local area insurance agent serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding areas. Antrim Insurance, 169 South Antoway, Greencastle, 1685 East Main Street in Waynesboro. Excited to bring you all the games here from the tournament last night and tonight as Mid-Penn Broadcasting starts its 6th season, bringing you the Blue Devils and the Chambersburg games. We really would like to expand our coverage, if we could do that at some point in time, to include Chambersburg and Waynesboro on a regular basis. Capabilities to do that. We'll see if we can do that in the future. And as we mentioned last night, we're going to pick up an FM broadcast station when WRGG 93.7 low power FM goes on the air in Greencastle in a couple months. And so that'll be exciting too. So just our reach is getting out there, and certainly we just need to add a few sponsors so we can do a few of the things we want to do.
Well, local businesses should be aware of the Greencastle Chamber in their newsletter that just went out. There's an opportunity to sponsor, and it explains for a very small amount of money, basically what amounts to $10 a month, that you get a tremendous reach for the basketball and football programs. You get to reach a lot of people, so hopefully people will take notice of that. And if anyone is interested out in the community, midpennbroadcasting.com, go to the Contact Us section, and you can inquire that way as well.
Well, we got our commercials in, and that's good to go. Our promos in for what we want to do here tonight. Should be a great third game coming up. The first game went into overtime. The second game was close, maybe until the last 4 minutes of the fourth quarter, and this one expected to be a doozy in itself. Greencastle will start the same lineup last night as they did. It is Janae Faulkner, the 5'11 junior, Morgan Wagaman, the 5'3 junior, Hannah Chris, the 5'8 senior, along with Megan Herneisen, the 5'8 senior, and the freshman, the 5'9 freshman, Madison Schweitzer. And so it'll be Janae jumping center. She will go against Charity Miller for the Rockets.
And Miller had about 15 points last night. She played very, very well.
They get the ball but turn it over right away. The Blue Devils do, so that's turnover number 1, and the Rockets come down court. point guard Tristan Ansley, and what are they going to call that one? Out of bounds?
Oh, he's letting him make the call, and he's letting him make the call.
Yeah. So neither one. Turnover, I guess, just plain and simple, a turnover. That's what we'll call it anyway. It's sort of like
that was a do-over.
Sort of like
in the backyard,
Yeah.
When the wiffle ball gets stuck in the tree, it's just a do-over.
That's like that commercial with the referees. I don't know what happened.
Exactly.
Just pretend like you're doing something here. Yeah. Your mic's on. So here we go. Blue Devils with the ball. Chris, three-pointer. Front of the right side of the rim, and Wagaman will track it down in the corner. She bounces the ball out of bounds and turns the ball back over to the James Buchanan Rockets.
Greencastle will pick up full court like they usually do. You know, Coach Ryan's used to working with a short bench. He has that again this year. He got nice contributions from two freshmen last night, Madison Schweitzer and Ashley True. So the Rockets having some problems here. And we're going to have a jump ball.
Schweitzer with a block shot off of Charity Miller, and it's a jump ball situation which Greencastle controlled, but it's going to go back to James Buchanan on that one. The Rockets are starting at, trying to get their final starter. The ball comes our way. They will start Charity Miller along with Rachel Martin, Aspen Anderson, and Tristan Amsley, and I'm missing one here, and it's going to be somebody, number 12. Oh, there it is. It's going to be Madison Martin. And ball's on the floor. Chris comes up with it after that. So both teams with two turnovers here early on. Chris down the left side with the basketball, and we'll reset against the 2-3 zone. They leave Faulkner open. She goes long on the three-pointer. Hernizen with the rebound out to Wagaman. To Chris, three-pointer. This one goes down for three.
As you said, they just beat that line to death. They just they spread out real well. A lot of movement and ball movement. And here they got a lot of pressure on James Buchanan. Another turnover.
Yeah, it is Schweitzer comes up with the turnover. Going to go across court to Janae Faulkner, who tries to drive, and then there is a tripping foul or a block foul underneath.
And that driving's going to help them, Greg. They're going to have to continue to do that. That'll open up that three game as they dribble drive, kick it back out.
Amsley charged with a personal foul. It's team foul number 1. Hernizen from the right side can't get her to fall. She missed on her first 3 or 4, and then finally got some things going in last night's ball game. Amsley bringing across the timeline against the Blue Devils. Greencastle, the away team, in their blue and gold uniform, solid blue and some gold trim. The Rockets, the home team, in the white. They're moving toward us. We're down in the one corner here, as you can see from our camera location. And if you're listening just the audio, we are again in the corner trapping situation. Greencastle doing a nice job with that. And Amsley throws up a three-pointer that goes short, but the rebound will come down to the Rochelle Martin. And now it'll be Charity Miller who tries the three-pointer, doesn't go. Skirmish for the ball. They're down on the floor, and the Rockets come up with it. Not a great shot from Aspen Anderson, and it is rebounded by the by the Blue Devils. And Faulkner, spin move, bounces off, and gets the foul finally after all that.
You know, I just don't think the Lady Rockets right now, anyway, and they started last night like this, aren't comfortable with the pace and the quickness that Greencastle has. But Greencastle hasn't been able to capitalize on the shots as Janae gets to the line, and that one rims out.
Janae has one weakness in the world. It is from the charity strike.
The whole world.
That's not bad, huh? There's that 1 for 2 on the night. Gets their first point. It becomes a 4-point lead. 4-0. Blue Devils on top of this one in the championship game.
Well, you know, it's funny. As well as she shoots the ball, she actually kind of has a funky spin on it. It's almost like a little bit of a screwball, if you will. You know, obviously her numbers and her ability speak for themselves, but it is a little bit of a different spin when it comes out of her hand.
Fouls goes against Schweitzer. The first one for the Blue Devils, first one for her. Ball is up in the air and battered around. Amsley comes down with it, and Wagaman gets it. Hernizen goes up for the left-hand layup. Good for 2.
Very nicely done. Good hustle. And the Rockets are just having a real hard time. Chris with a steal, left-handed layup, and the foul.
Wow, there you go. There you go. It's going to be one of those timeout situations, I think, coming very shortly for the James Buchanan Rockets as that lead has expanded to 8.
Yep. And it's just the quickness and the tenacity of the Blue Devils. They knew they were going to have to step up tonight, and they are.
Yeah, they did. It's a 30-second variety timeout, and that'll give us the opportunity to tell you that this broadcast is brought to you by F&M Trust. When you need extra funds this fall, pay less rate and get more great with the F&M Trust Home Equity Line of Credit. It's the ideal way to make large purchases or consolidate monthly bills. For details on F&M Trust special introduction offer, visit the community office or fnmtrustonline.com, equal housing lender. Packed house here again tonight, Rick. A great crowd coming out to see this one.
It was, and it's kind of a different format as far as when the home teams play earlier. The boys' game was rocking between Waynesboro and JB. That was exciting. Nobody looks like they've left to watch the Lady Rockets and the Blue Devil, and Greencastle always travels well. So and Chambersburg should travel well as also, and that should be exciting. So another very successful Franklin County tip-off tournament.
Yeah, that's for sure. Chris at the line, there's some discussion how many shots she gets. She really only should get one, and she does. That rims out. Rebound down to James Buchanan. And up court they come.
Good hands.
Knocking around. This is Amsley inside the paint. Can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. They say it's going to stay here.
And what's happening, Greg, is the Lady Rockets are just moving at a pace they're not comfortable. And what that does is it's hard enough to shoot when you're comfortable. It's real hard when you're moving faster than you want to, and that's just what's happening right now. There's a big thing in basketball. You talk about you got to be able to play the speed of the game, and the game's just going a little too fast for the Rockets.
Inbounds, they get a ball in finally to Charity Miller. Miller goes out front. They go across court quickly, down low to Martin. Martin with the shot doesn't go, and there the battle for the rebound knocked out of bounds by Charity Miller, and the Blue Devils will have it to bring up court. Some substitutions on the other side of the court for the Rockets. They will bring in, for the first time, Abby Mackling, and along with her, Cassidy Martin. Blue Devils stay with that starting 5 as we just go under the 5-minute mark at 4:48. Still in that 3-2 zone. Bounce pass to Chris from Faulkner. Chris with a three-pointer. I got to ask, why you stay in the zone?
Great question. I don't know if our girls you want to zone up on, and actually I was talking to the coaches beforehand, and they did not expect a zone. They were kind of asking what we saw JB play and what we thought, and I just said I can't imagine anyone's going to play you guys in a zone just because of the shooting ability of the Blue Devils, and it's 11-0.
Sage Eckert comes into the ball game for the Rockets now. They've with 3 substitutes. Lob pass inside, and it's going to be picked up by Wagaman.
I'll tell you what, Greg, I'm sorry to interrupt you. The Lady Devils have come to play tonight.
They have. Chris on the drive off the back of the rim, doesn't go. And Schwartz had the rebound but couldn't hold on to it. Gets knocked out of bounds, and they're going to give it to Greencastle back underneath their own basket. It will be Herneisen underneath her basket, right side, straight back to Faulkner. Faulkner now to Herneisen in the corner. Herneisen drops it down in. They pump in and out to I just lost it there. Chris, yeah, and she misses the shot, and Buchanan has the rebound.
Good possession, though. The ball went in, got kicked back out. It was one of your better shooters with a good 3. So, again, and that's why it's important. I heard you guys talking about it a little bit in the boys' game. It's important the ball go inside, not necessarily just to score, but it creates opportunities for your shooters.
Missed shot opportunity for the Rockets, and then a jump ball down here as 2 blues and 1 white get on it, and it'll go back to blue. So the Blue Devils get the basketball as they'll send their 2 subs into the ball game. We'll see Ashley True come in, the 5'8" freshman, and another freshman joins her into the lineup, and that will be Lydia Chris, the 5'6" freshman.
So 3 freshmen have gotten time for the Blue Devils, and when you have an 11-0 lead, that they're going to be important players as the season goes on. So it's good to get them minutes early.
Trying to spread that defense out a little bit to push Greencastle out. They get it inside to Herneisen. She gets fouled, so she'll go on the line to shoot 2.
Yep, nice ball movement. These young ladies are really fun to watch. They move the ball so well, so crisp, that they usually get a good shot every time down.
So Herneisen, 2 free ones. High arc goes in. She's in the scorebook now with her first, or that she already has 2. She now has 3. Second of 2 from the 15-foot stripe is good. 4 points for her, and 13 points for the Blue Devils. 13 uncontested points. Here's a fast break, and finally the Rockets get on the board after that 13-0 run at the 3:25 mark. And I actually missed who scored that one. I think
number 22.
22 was Mackley.
Yep. Sophomore guard.
Faulkner, top of the key, buries the three, just like that. Didn't even have that much separation.
No, didn't need much room there. A little step back three, and Blue Devils are clicking on all cylinders right now. Nice pass.
Oh, they missed the shot again. This time that was Ecker, who had a great pass, but underneath couldn't get it.
Rachel Martin, the junior, Waynesboro just dropped a real nice pass on her, unfortunately rimmed out for her. And again, and all that has to just go to the speed of the game.
Yes.
It just really does.
She shot quickly because she expected someone to be there quickly.
The Rockets are still in the 3-2, but they look like they're extending it tremendously now.
Yeah, they're trying to shut down, so that means the Blue Devils are going to have to go inside. And the Blue Devils lose it there on a turnover, as it pass just couldn't be controlled. So each team with 3 turnovers.
And the spot in that is going to be right around the foul line for Herneisen.
Yeah. Get and turn, and it's for her, so.
Greencastle staying man-to-man.
Miller with the ball, drives the baseline, and blocked away by Faulkner. Faulkner had 4 blocks last night. I would love to know her total block, because it has been incredible over the last 3 years. And it's because, one, what a great basketball sense, but her timing on that is just, it's amazing.
Long arms, like we talked about last night, length is so important and so underrated in basketball. That's going to be Blue Devil ball,
yeah.
Martin. But you're right, the timing is just, she gets a lot of those before they even get up.
Yeah. Herneisen came in with a block, and then that's when Martin knocked it out of bounds. Blue Devils have it back. Down court, they go away from us. It is Chris with the ball out front, Hannah Christ, and she's going down the left side. She wanted to go inside. Herneisen, great hustle. Yeah. Herneisen gets it, Chris gets it and loses it away, and then Lydia gets it back. So everybody exchanging turnovers here, and the end result, Blue Devils with the ball, and guess what? They just lost it again. Wow, that was ugly sequence.
Yeah, everybody was trying to dribble and not grab the ball, so got a little out of control. The Rockets are going to take over. Greg, you're the Greencastle historian for us. Where do you rank Janae Faulkner in the basketball annals for the girls?
It'll be no doubt at the end of her time, the number 1 player. I mean, again, there's a foul called against Greencastle. We've had some players, that's Chris' first foul, by the way, score a lot of points. Melissa Wendell is the all-time leading scorer, but what Faulkner has done, and she's had some great teammates around her too, but with the steals, the blocks, the scoring, how far the team has gone, she'd be hard-pressed if she's not already to be in that situation. James Buchanan, 2 shots down there. Can't make them both, either one of them go. Nice rebound by Ashley True. Blue Devils on the run. Faulkner had a pass from Christ down underneath, and then a foul was called against James Buchanan's number 25. That is Aspen Anderson.
Nice fast break. Chris hits Faulkner. Nothing the Rockets really could do but foul there.
16-2, 1 minute and 31 seconds left. James Buchanan will take that second timeout. This one's going to be a full timeout, and we'll be back with the Blue Devils leading 16-2 on the F&M Trust Sports Network here on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. Use home equity funds for big purchases or to pay off high-interest bills. Apply today and rake in even more savings with F&M Trust special introductory offer. Visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Back at James Buchanan High School, the site of the Franklin County Tip-Off Tournament here, I think in the 6th year, as the Blue Devils trying to gather at least their 2nd tournament win. It might even be their 3rd tournament in a row, if I remember correctly, for the Blue Devils. So we'll see what they can do. The boys back in the championship game. It's been a while. Last time they were in the championship game, I believe, might have been right here at James Buchanan 4 years ago, or be 5 years ago, against Chambersburg. Chambersburg jumped out to a gigantic lead, like a 20-point lead, and that was a Cradell brothers-led team along with Corey Myers, and they came back to win that one, the Blue Devils did. So let's see if they can duplicate that here tonight.
And speaking, I see Corey Myers in the stands, as long as the point guard of that team, Janae's brother, Troy Faulkner, is up there.
Faulkner hits the free throw. She's 2 of 3. Hits the second one, makes her 3 of 4. She's got 6 points here in the opening quarter, and the Blue Devils expand that lead to 18-2. Yeah, they're playing a whole lot better than they played last night. Oh, Faulkner with a second block. That one was big time.
That was big time.
Yeah, out to the three-point opportunity. Wagaman with a rebound on the long rebound. Goes to Faulkner now, going down the right side. Goes to the baseline, goes underneath, hits Hernizen. Hernizen, 15-foot baseline jumper, good for 2.
They're just clicking on all cylinders right now. Morgan Wagaman might be an important player for this team. Hernizen with the steal. Oh, and unfortunately just missed Wagaman cutting there. But Wagaman could be a very important factor for this team, one of the other seniors. And, she's going to play a part. But right now, they're just clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, 20-2 is nothing that anybody anticipated here after watching James Buchanan play against Chambersburg last night. We thought it would be a little closer than that. They played really well, but I think you've said it. The speed of the game, Greencastle really can crank things up.
And congratulations to the Chambersburg girls, Greg. We watched, Gary and I did that game last night, and Chambersburg really, really struggled. Hats off to Coach Purvis for keeping them together and then playing well tonight.
Yeah, it's a big win for them.
Real big win.
Missed shot on the offensive side. Faulkner gets the ball. Three-pointer, no, doesn't go. Rebound to Christ underneath. That was Lydia Christ. She can't hang on to it. And if the Blue Devils have one fault, it's too many turnovers here early on. It's hard to believe that with a 20-2 lead. Buchanan just can't find the bottom of the net. Missed shot that time from Miller. Faulkner with the rebound, and she'll bring it up court. 8 seconds on the clock to Wagaman. Wagaman back to Faulkner. 4, 3. She's going to have to shoot it, and she does. At the buzzer, doesn't go. But the Blue Devils come away with a 20-2 lead after quarter number 1 here at the tip-off tournament on the F&M Trust Sports Network here on MidPennBroadcasting.com, GameTimePA.com.
Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. Use home equity funds for big purchases or to pay off high-interest bills. Apply today and rake in even more savings with F&M Trust special introductory offer. Visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Have heating or air conditioning needs? Look no further than Lecron's Comfort Solutions. We service all brands: heat pumps, humidifiers, system replacements, gas, oil, electric heat, and ductless systems. Lecron's Comfort Solutions is your authorized Trane dealer. Call Corey at 717-597-3768 for a free estimate. We are licensed and insured. Lecron's Comfort Solutions. Local company, local name. Serving Greencastle and all of Franklin County with professional service and installation.
MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Blue Devils out to a fast start here in quarter number 1, 20-2, and it was a 13-point run to start the game, 13-0 before the Rockets hit with a 3:25 mark. Got a bucket on a fast break, but again, they couldn't do much more than that. Greencastle comes out here, the Rockets with the ball, Faulkner with their third block of the ball game, and the Rockets get it back. Throw one up from downtown, doesn't go, and the rebound to Christ, and Hannah will bring it up court. Senior point guard goes Hernizen, and she's inside the three-point line, and she hits it for 2.
I'm sorry, Greg. You can always tell Coach Lowthers is just sitting down with her legs crossed, talking to the girls on the bench. She just knows that she just hit a buzzsaw tonight.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Rockets with the ball. That is Charity Miller. Block number 4. Charity Miller going along with Cassidy Marlin, and into the ball game, back in the ball game, Rachel Martin, along with Aspen Anderson, and the 5th starter for the Rockets tonight, or in this quarter, is Abby Macklin. Missed shot for the Rockets, rebound Hernizen, and up court Chris goes with the basketball.
And similar to the boys, the girls without Gelsinger, I know the coaches are concerned. Where's that rebounding going to come from? You know the girls' game better than I do, Greg. How's our size? How's that going to go? We're smaller than last year.
Yeah, I think that's where Janae has to come into play a little bit, and Hernizen, they have to go back and play, look for the rebounds, and more so than they did last year, or even the year before. They were able to rely on some taller players to do that, but now they have to rebound. Wide open shot from the right side for Macklin. Doesn't go, and it is Schwartz coming down with Schweitzer, excuse me.
And that was a big-time rebound. She was between two girls, and if they can get her help on the boards, that'll go a long way to what we were just talking about.
Wagaman drives the baseline, takes a shot, doesn't get it to go. Hernizen taps it out to Faulkner, who tries to get inside and finally does. Scoop up and in and good. And the foul is called, and I just looked over to the bench and I saw Coach Lathers just like, it's just like shake her head, like what do you do to stop that, and the ball even goes in.
Well, we talked about what an upset it would be, and for an upset sometimes you need the favorite not to play well. You need your team to play a little bit better than they're capable for, and unfortunately for the Rockets, none of that has happened. They haven't played particularly well, and Janae Faulkner wide open for another three. Another nice pass by Wagaman. They're just, I tell you what, Greencastle, I don't know if they can play much better than they played in this first half.
No, I'm not sure either.
Another steal, and that's going to be Greencastle's ball.
Yeah, I know that's really a buzzsaw here tonight, and we talked about finding that third scorer. Unfortunately, only 3 have scored, but Hernizen, if she hits this one, and she does. She's on fire too. Hernizen and another 3. She has 11 points already. Christ has 8, and Faulkner has 11. And there's another steal by the Blue Devils. Up court, nice pass. Wagaman to Chris. Chris completes the fast break bucket for 2. 10 points for Hannah, and 32 for the Blue Devils.
And we might have the clock running in this whole second half, Greg. We might get back on time here.
Yeah, that's right. That's true. It goes at 40, right? Or is it 35?
I thought it was 40, but I could be wrong.
I get mixed up with football and basketball.
Yep.
It only occurs in the second half.
I learned more about high school football this year than I've ever knew in my life.
Greencastle still in the full court pressure.
Yeah, that's a little surprising, I'm sure. Sure Coach Ryan won't be doing that much longer.
It'll be another foul, this time on Chris, and that will be her second personal foul. That's the only problem, concern, whatever, for the Blue Devils right now. Last night they hit 13 threes. They're on track to do the same here tonight, if not more. Working around the perimeter for the Rockets against the Blue Devil man-to-man. They throw it away as they were trying to hit Amsley coming down, but couldn't do it. Substitution into the ball game. It'll be Ashley True again. She will set Hernizen down.
Another freshman.
Yeah.
The Lady Blue Devils have only 1 sophomore on their roster and only 2 juniors. Kind of a mix of seniors and freshmen.
Yep, it is. Shot taken by Wagaman doesn't go, and the rebound is knocked out of bounds by Buchanan, so it will be True inbounding to Faulkner to Christ out front, reset the offense against this zone defense. Wagaman once again, she tried to get to the baseline, but it was interrupted by Eckert. Eckert is charged with the personal foul.
A shout out to our football cameraman, Keith Cole, as he probably just threw something at the TV. Kansas State 24, West Virginia 23 with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Oh, there you go.
And Alabama is up on Florida 22-7 in the fourth.
Thought that would be the case. Missed shot on the free throw line from Wagaman. And Blue Devils struggling a little bit in that regards. Still in that man-to-man pressure defense. A little erratic throwing here.
That's going to be Chris's third.
It's going to be her third foul. Yep. And quickly she comes back. She's going to go sit down. So Hannah Chris, 3 fouls. The team has 4. So she has the vast majority of them. Into the ball game, Megan Hernizen comes back in, and Hannah Haley, also a senior, comes in.
Now this will be interesting with Chris out, who handles the ball, because this could happen in a big situation. That's the one thing with Chris and Faulkner, and that's any program.
Right.
When you only have so many really ball handlers on your team, and so it'll be interesting to see who brings it up.
I'm not sure who that foul was. Okay, that's going to go against True, and that'll be her first foul. To the foul line goes Amsley, and Amsley cannot make that one go down either.
5'6" senior for JB.
Yeah, so the struggles continue.
Well, now I'm sure at this point, even when they're on the line, they feel like the Blue Devils are pressuring them.
Yeah, they're looking for someone to be out in front of them there. Down court they go quickly.
And Herneisen brings it up.
Yep.
Good pass.
I think they have a few they can. Wagaman faked the shot. Got it back to Faulkner. Faulkner now goes to Herneisen inside. Working around real nice. Herneisen left open for a shot. Doesn't go. Battle around and coming down with the rebound. James Buchanan. That is Martin with the basketball. Brings it across the timeline. Comes down. 1-2. And Herneisen. Oh, no, she walked. I thought they were going to call a foul on Herneisen. That's the 5th turnover of the quarter for the Rockets.
And this is what I always found so impressive of Faulkner, Greg. She could score more here, and you see her making a concerted effort to get the ball to the younger players.
And there she goes in for a left-hand layup that picks up the foul.
You know, she's really trying to get them involved. Her basketball IQ is such, she understands she's going to need these girls down the road in big games.
Yeah. 4:26 up on the clock here in the second quarter. 32-2 is our score. Make that 33-2 as Faulkner hits that, her 12th point of the ball game. 27 last night in that win over Waynesboro.
I think she's sealing up MVP honors.
Yeah, I think so. Making it pretty simple.
But again, this is a little shocking to me. I didn't think it'd be this.
No, I don't think anyone did. 2nd of 2 falls short, and the Rockets with the rebound. No, it really, I can't say that I thought it would be this way. The Rockets were really good when they ran last night. They haven't been able to run against the Blue Devils. 5th block from Faulkner. Now down court they go. Faulkner with the ball back to Herneisen. Herneisen stops at the foul line. No, I thought she was going to hit it, but she gets fouled by Mackley, her first, and that is for the Rockets foul number 8, or foul number 10. No, I'm sorry, foul number 8. It is a 2-shot foul for Megan Herneisen. Goes into the double-figure category for the first time this year, and she buries that one. 3 for 3 from the free throw line. Rockets sent in another substitute.
12 minutes into this game, JB has 2 points.
And missed free throw by Herneisen, and rebound goes to James Buchanan out of bounds, and they'll come up court. Yeah, I don't know that. Wow, what do you say at halftime too, Rick? We'll talk about that a little bit later if you're Jenny Lathers, but you thought you could come out here and play a decent game against that's double dribble. She dribbled 3 times to pick the ball up, and then she dribbled again.
I think the ref looked at the score too.
Yeah, I think he saw the score. Rockets working around the perimeter, trying to get something to happen. Now they go inside to Amsley. Amsley around Wagaman, and she scores the bucket for them. That's at their second bucket coming at the 3:30 mark. Believe it or not, that was almost the same time in the first quarter as they scored their first bucket. 3:25 and then 3:30. Haley lets one loose from behind the arc. Doesn't go. Rebound. Coming down now to the James Buchanan Rockets. Amsley trying to find a nice backdoor pass, and the shot is up. It doesn't go for Macklin, but they ran that well.
Charity Miller's a girl last night who really got JB going. She just unfortunately just can't get off the mark at all tonight.
Nope. Wagaman ties up the Rockets, and the jump ball goes to the Blue Devils. Lydia Christ enters the ball game for Greencastle at the 2:53 mark. Her team up by 30 points as Wagaman goes to the bench. And there's a foul against Macklin. It's going to be against Greencastle.
Yep, I think it's on True for an illegal screen.
Her second foul.
That's a point of emphasis this year. Illegal screens and hand checking.
So, player control fouls aren't 1-on-1? Yeah,
they are not.
No, but they did that in the very first game. And I questioned it then, and now that ref just went over and said, no, it was player control. And I said, the only thing is, did that rule change? And it didn't. They just missed.
No, actually, the other night I just went through the rule book, and actually, thank goodness they always do that before the season just to make sure nothing changes. And actually, the powers that be have actually put a section. Nice steal there. Oh, that's a shame. The referee got in the way.
Lydia Christ and now Faulkner. It was a nice steal, but the ref did get in the way. It was Amsley missing the layup. Faulkner now at the rebound. Hernizen off the side of the rim doesn't go, and coming down with the rebound is Macklin for JB.
We're just finishing what I was saying. They actually put a section in now that say changes right in the front, so it makes it a lot easier.
Nice post move down low coming out of Schallenberger, the sophomore for James Buchanan, but it does not go. This is Haley. Haley tries one again, doesn't get it to go on the three-point variety, and a jump ball down underneath. The Rockets will get it and come up court. Minute 48, 34-4. Greencastle in control of this one, as they have been from the get-go. And a full timeout being taken by Greencastle here. So with a minute 48 to go in the opening half, Blue Devils lead 34-4 on the F&M Trust Sports Network here on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency, has been serving the tri-state area for 35 years. We specialize in screen printing and embroidered clothing. Del Martin Incorporated supplies a full range of brand-name uniforms for athletic, work, and medical applications, and a full line of advertising essentials. We have an in-house artist ready to put your ideas to work for you. T-shirts for schools, clubs, churches, and events. Del Martin Incorporated, 21 Sarah Susan Lane, Greencastle. Phone 717-597-5751 or online at delprint.com.
Live and local. This is MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Back at James Buchanan, 1:48 remaining in the opening half of this. The championship game for the girls, championship game for the boys to follow next. You can pick up the audio at MidPennBroadcasting.com or the video and Game Time PA or all of it at the F&M Trust Sports Network. And the Blue Devils well in charge of this one, 34-3. 30-point lead here in the half number one. Nice drive that time by Miller. Charity Miller did look like she might have got some other person's hands on her, but no call on the play. Faulkner down court. Hernizen, and it's stolen away by James Buchanan. The third turnover for the Blue Devils here in the opening, or the second quarter, excuse me. Getting way ahead of myself.
And the tallest player for Greencastle is checked in. She doesn't play a whole lot, but Allison Hoover, a 6-foot junior, number 31. She gets some important minutes.
So the Blue Devils will work on the offensive end, working around. Lydia gets a baseline jumper, doesn't go. And it is a rebound down to Rochelle Martin, James Buchanan Jr. Martin the dish off now on the other side. Shot taken, doesn't go. That attempt made by Nina Schatzer, also a senior for the James Buchanan Rockets. And after the shot is missed, it goes out of bounds. You know, this is not just you go in at halftime for both teams. It's a tough conversation to have. Even when you're up 30, will you tell them? When you're down 30, will you tell them?
I think when you're up 30, you just kind of say, guys, we're going to have a good team victory here today. Everyone's going to get in, be ready. Let's come out, and as you and I say, I think you start your starters, and you try to have a good 3-4 minute stretch where you just make sure nothing gets any closer, and then you get the rest of your team in the game, and you have a good team victory where you get a lot of kids playing time who usually don't get playing time. And I think if you're JB, I think you got to look at it the same way. You're going to get a lot of kids playing time. I don't think it does anyone any good to keep your starters out here
too long now.
For JB, they'll have better nights, and you just kind of take your whooping and go home.
Charity Miller misses on the three, goes out of bounds, and Faulkner throws one up at the end of the half. And the half does come to an end. The score at halftime, 34-4 in favor of the Blue Devils here in the girls' championship game. We will be back with the halftime show on the F&M Trust Sports Network here on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. With the home equity line of credit from F&M Trust, you can pay less rate and add more great to your life. Get extra funds to pay off high-interest bills, tackle home remodeling projects, or make other big purchases. Apply today and you'll rake in even more savings with F&M Trust's special introductory rate. For details, connect with any local branch or visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Had an auto accident? It's common to wonder how things could have turned out differently, if only.
No regrets.
If only you had Erie Insurance. With Erie, instead of regrets, you can focus on putting your mishap behind you. With an Erie Rate Lock auto policy, your rate won't take a hit, no matter what. It stays put until you change a car, driver, or address. People who treat you fairly, legendary service, great rates. That's what it means to have seriously good insurance for your auto, home, or business. Erie Insurance. See for yourself why Erie received the J.D. Power Award for highest in customer satisfaction with the auto insurance purchase experience, 3 years in a row.
Your Erie agent in Greencastle and Waynesboro is Antrim Insurance Agency. Get a quote at AntrimINSPA.com.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Limited to 3 years in Virginia. Other conditions and limitations at ErieInsurance.com. For J.D. Power Award information, go to jdpower.com.
Erie Insurance.
Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency, has been serving the tri-state area for 35 years. We specialize in screen printing and embroidered clothing. Del Martin Incorporated supplies a full range of brand-name uniforms for athletic, work, and medical applications, and a full line of advertising essentials. We have an in-house artist ready to put your ideas to work for you. T-shirts for schools, clubs, churches, and events. Del Martin Incorporated, 21 Sarah Susan Lane, Greencastle. Phone 717-597-5751 or online at delprint.com.
There's nothing like being at the game. The excitement, the fun, the food, and all the waste. Whether it's popcorn boxes, hot dog wrappers, or this soda cup. Big games generate tons of waste. That's why Waste Management is helping stadiums and businesses reduce waste altogether through recycling and organic composting. To learn more, talk to your local waste management representative or visit thinkgreen.com.
Chalk Talk. We talk high school basketball every Thursday night at 7:30 on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Stands filling up for the fourth game. A lot of them coming in thinking the 8:30 start time would be for the championship game, but it's getting close to 8:30. We still have a half of basketball to go for the girls, and it really, you know, this is the Antrim Insurance halftime show, and you're brought to you by Antrim Insurance, your local Erie Insurance agent serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding areas. Antrim Insurance, 169 South Ansel Way, Greencastle, 1685 East Main Street in Waynesboro. And you know, the sad, here it is, Rick. We talked about it. You said what you're going to do if you're Greencastle Antrim. You're going to go in and you're going to say, guys, everyone's going to get a lot of playing time tonight. Pass the ball around. Let's do that sort of thing. But what if you're Jen Lothers in this situation? You really played well last night. Had a victory over Chambersburg, thinking, okay, we can maybe play a little bit with this team, and then this happens.
You know, this is coaching. This is so much different. It's not just X's and O's. This is the coaching. I think if you're Coach Lothers, I think you've got to. Your program is at a point. You finished, in the playoffs last year. I think you've got to get into them a little bit. I think you've got to be disappointed that, and scared is not the right word at all, but you came out and got intimidated very quickly. And this is what we need to play at that level. And I'd like to see the effort in the second half and I think you almost have to be a little bit like, if we don't see that effort, you're going to come out, and you know what? Starting positions may be opened up for next time. And again, whether you actually do that or not are different. But I think if JB didn't make the playoffs last year and didn't play so well, it's a different conversation.
Right.
I think where they're at and where they were picked, I think they're picked 2nd or 3rd in our league, if I saw that correctly. I think you've got to say, listen, if we don't see that effort in the second half, this is where we need to be, and we can be there, but it's an effort problem.
But
now,
yeah.
whether it was, again, Greencastle played about as well as they can play, and I'm not, JB just got taken out of it early, but I think as a coach, that's the strategy that I would use. I'd want to see effort, but I'd also have to be realistic when I sat back down as the third quarter would start. I don't want my starters getting hurt. I also do, it's very early in the season.
Right.
I want to get some other kids some playing time so I can see, those minutes now are huge later on. So.
And here's the problem with Greencastle. I think this is the perfect setup for Greencastle Antrim in this situation. They have 3 scores. They've only had 3 scores. So you're going to get a lot of playing time, and you're going to force somebody, because you're going to take Faulkner out, you're going to take Christ out, you're going to take Hernizen out. Somebody's got to score with that rest of that group. And so I think for both teams there's a chance to work it out. I think you're absolutely right with the Rockets. We're going to play here. We got to be able to play a better game than this. We have to come ready to play every night. We can't fall asleep for first 4 minutes of the ball game and be down 13-0.
Well, exactly, and they got off to a bad start last night as well, so you don't want that to become a trend. So, there's a lot of psychology to it. You got to know your kids, how they respond, and, again, you just have to go in there with the mindset. If Greencastle's a standard, which they've been the last 2 years,
right,
that's where we've got to get to. And I'm a big believer in that, understanding what the standard is in your league, and that's what you've got to achieve. I don't worry about outside, the Colonial Division it should be what everyone's focused on right now. The other stuff comes.
Yep.
As you go.
We'll be back with the Antrim Insurance halftime report after these messages on the F&M Trust Sports Network here on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Had an auto accident? It's common to wonder how things could have turned out differently, if only.
No regrets.
If only you had Erie Insurance. With Erie, instead of regrets, you can focus on putting your mishap behind you. With an Erie Rate Lock auto policy, your rate won't take a hit, no matter what. It stays put until you change a car, driver, or address. People who treat you fairly, legendary service, great rates. That's what it means to have seriously good insurance for your auto, home, or business. Erie Insurance. See for yourself why Erie received the J.D. Power Award for highest in customer satisfaction with the auto insurance purchase experience 3 years in a row.
Your Erie agent in Greencastle and Waynesboro is Antrim Insurance Agency. Get a quote at AntrimInspa.com.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Limited to 3 years in Virginia. Other conditions and limitations at ErieInsurance.com. For J.D. Power Award information, go to JDPower.com.
Erie Insurance. Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. Use home equity funds for big purchases or to pay off high-interest bills. Apply today and rake in even more savings with F&M Trust special introductory offer. Visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency, has been serving the tri-state area for 35 years. We specialize in screen printing and embroidered clothing. Del Martin Incorporated supplies a full range of brand-name uniforms for athletic, work, and medical applications, and a full line of advertising essentials. We have an in-house artist ready to put your ideas to work for you. T-shirts for schools, clubs, churches, and events. Del Martin Incorporated, 21 Sarah Susan Lane, Greencastle. Phone 717-597-5751 or online at delprint.com.
Live and local. This is MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Welcome back. Halftime here at James Buchanan, and the halftime getting ready. Third quarter getting ready to get started here. Do want to remind you that here's what happened in the first game here tonight. It was Chambersburg girls winning over the Waynesboro girls 51-49 in overtime. And actually a pretty exciting ball game as Chambersburg gets their first win of the season. First win under Barry Purvis, who has come back after a 20-year absence. That's a long time, but
I didn't realize that when everybody was saying coach is back.
Yeah, he's back after that period of time. And then the James Buchanan boys edging out Waynesboro. Not really edging out. It was a solid lead down the stretch, 57-44 the final there. And, of course, this one at this point in time, it is a 34-4 lead. And on the Antrim Insurance halftime show, and that comes to a conclusion here as the Rockets have the ball to start. They'll go away from us to the other end of the court. Blue Devils will start with their Rockets get the first bucket with Amsley going underneath. She adds, that's her fourth. She has 4 of the 6 points for them. Interesting stat here, Rick, we didn't get a chance to talk about. Rockets scored their second bucket of the game, their 4th point at the 3:30 mark of that quarter. No one scored after that. No one, either team. Greencastle with the starting lineup, and Chris goes to the hoop right away. Nice pass from Renaisen, and Chris gets her 12th point of the night.
Well, as we said, if I was Coach Ryan right now, I'd push real hard to get to that 40-point lead and get that clock running as well. And JB scores again. 25, Anderson. She played a real nice game yesterday, and she scores underneath. Now, one thing Coach Ryan, just all coaches are going to do this. They're not going to want your team to come out and fall asleep.
No, you can't fall asleep. Oh, nice
pass.
Wagaman
nice pass
from Renaisen, and Wagaman gets on the scoreboard for the first bucket. Up court, Buchanan. Down underneath, they throw it away. Had the opportunity there, but slips out. Had 6 turnovers in the first quarter, 6 turnovers in the second quarter for 12. Blue Devils had 6 in the first quarter and then 3 in the second quarter for 9. Not really what they wanted to be. Blue Devils only shot 7 of 13 from the free throw line.
Our runner is back.
Yes, he is. Wagaman from Renaisen again, or maybe from Christ, and Wagaman gets her second bucket, and James Buchanan quickly calls a timeout. So they take a 30-second stoppage of the clock, and as we said, Wagaman now has 4 points. In that first half, by the way, Faulkner ended with 12 points. She had 2 threes, and then Christ had 10 points, and she now has 12. She had 2 threes, and her Neisen had 12 points, and she had 1 3. So they have 2, 4, 5 threes at this point in time.
I'm surprised you said the state record is 14. 14. I thought it would be much higher than that.
I think so. I thought so too. You know, in this day and age, the offense of the day is drive, kick, out, 3.
Yep.
You know? And so, I don't know. James Buchanan has the basketball after their quick timeout. 40-8 score here. And working around against the man-to-man defense. Step-back shot. Nice step-back, drop-back shot from Charity Miller. Doesn't go. Rebound to Faulkner. Faulkner brings it down court and decides to go to the hoop. Gets hammered by Charity Miller. And I don't think I don't know if they'll give her a shot or not.
Nope. He put his 2 fingers up. Yep.
That'll send Faulkner to the line. As we mentioned, her one Achilles heel might be the free throw shooting. And she makes that one, so maybe not. But she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of 8. Make that 6 of 9. So we'll take that anytime, huh? 6 of 9, 66% free throws tonight. Stops a little run from the Rockets there. And kickball, which will go back to the Rockets.
And Coach Ryan's pulled off the full court pressure. He's just, and I think that's what you're looking for, Coach Ryan. Let's play just solid half court man-to-man. Let's almost, you hate to say it, use this as a scrimmage type opportunity.
Yes. And you really, you know, they don't play a lot of zones, so they're not going to go to that.
No. And that's okay. If that's not what you do, you know, the other girls, and I'm a believer in this too, Greg, when the other girls get in, they should try to score.
Yeah.
You know, they deserve their opportunity to play.
There was a turnover down on the other end, and now a turnover up on kickball on this end, I believe. I'm not sure what it was, but right in front of the James Buchanan bench.
Kickball.
Yeah,
you're right.
Greencastle gets the basketball back. It's Christ out front against this well-stretched out 1-2-1 or 1-2-2.
3-2.
Yeah. Berneisen driving hard to the bucket. No call or nothing. And rebound down to James Buchanan. Up court, Amsley goes right side. Goes back out front. Nice shot. 3-point attempt falls short for Charity Miller. She has a nice shot, just not going down tonight.
Played real well last night.
Yep. This is back out front Blue Devils. Faulkner out of the top of the key. Dribbles down to the right side. Gives it to Schweitzer. Schweitzer skip pass over to Christ. Christ 3-pointer no good. Rebound coming down to James Buchanan's Rachel Martin, and a foul was called against Who was that against? Wagaman.
Yes, reaching in. And, not only these hard games to coach, they're hard games to referee.
Yeah,
referees are human. They know what the score is. And, they're not the easiest games to officiate.
Now they are. Inside pass real quick.
Oh, real nice pass.
Yeah, nice pass that time from Miller to, I'm going to give it to Martin.
It was 23.
Yep, Martin, Rachel Martin. And they're on the board again.
I've been very impressed with Miller for James Buchanan. She's played very well in 2 nights.
So out front they go, the Blue Devils. Hernizen hands off to Chris. Chris resets the offense. Hernizen, Schweitzer. Schweitzer just throws it away, and it's going to be a turnover, a backcourt violation. Greencastle will send True into the ball game for Schweitzer. She was at the bench before the turnover.
And they'll use this as a coaching moment. They'll sit her down, and one of the coaches will explain where she's supposed to be on that. And she's only a freshman, but those minutes are, as we said, they're very important.
Inbounds to the Rockets. That's Martin with the ball out front. Goes down to Amsley in the left-hand corner. Left alone for a 3 is Anderson. It doesn't fall. Faulkner comes out of the pack with the basketball. Going to stop and take the shot. No whistle as contact was made both ways. And then it is Chris with the follow-up.
I thought that maybe that might have been a charge, actually, but no call. Chris follows up, and I think Greencastle has gotten every loose ball, Greg.
Yeah, I think that they really have been hustling. Knocked out of bounds. Greencastle's going to get this one back. Lydia, Chris going to the bench right now to come in for Wagaman. So they'll run with 2 Chris, a True Chris,
and a Partridge in a pear.
Yeah. Hernizen and a Faulkner. That's what they have. Chris taking her time, being guarded by Amsley out front. Goes to Faulkner. Faulkner now to Chris. Chris left alone. Takes that 16-foot jumper. Doesn't fall. There's a struggle for the rebound.
Nice play.
Yeah. Amsley knew she was going down, but she kept dribbling. Curly Neal would be proud.
That's exactly right.
Nice drive by Amsley, and they blew the whistle at the foul line. She took the other step and went in. Give her the bucket and the effort.
I don't have an NBA continuation there.
It really was, but that's okay.
It's okay when you're up 32.
Yes, only when you're up 32 points. Yeah.
Again, the referees are human. They definitely know the score.
So Amsley has 7 points as she hits that free throw. And that's over half of the Rockets' points here. 44-33. Greencastle up over James Buchanan. Hernizen tried to go down, and it's knocked out of bounds, but it goes off the hands of Cassidy Martin, and it will be Blue Devils ball underneath their own basket to the right side. Hernizen to inbound. They get it to Chris. Chris loses it momentarily, but comes back up with it.
Cassidy Martin, number 14 for JB. She's only a freshman as well.
Yeah, they have a young team, and here goes. It was a nice try, but Faulkner's pass intended for Chris falls short, or actually was knocked away by Charity Miller. There, Faulkner, not going to be credit for a block there, but she knocks the pass down, and then it is True who knocks the pass out of bounds.
Greencastle, very active hands tonight, getting their hands in the passing lane, getting it on loose balls. Have done just a really nice job overall.
Mackley in for Anderson for the Rockets. 3-point again. This one, no, that was inside the 3-point mark. That is Martin. Martin with their 4th point of the night. The the Rockets now have 15. So they put together a little 7-0 run here. And that's the problem. You jump out to the big lead, and then you have to go into halftime. It's even worse yet. There's a steal by Faulkner.
Yeah, you can't really fault the girls here. They're it's way too hard to say they're sleepwalking through this, but you start going through the motions a little bit. It's really hard to keep that focus when you look up there and see the score. But there was a good pass from Faulkner to True, and they'll see if she can knock these in.
Yeah, she got fouled, and the foul's going to go against Cassidy Martin, her second. So True goes to the line, first to 2, Off the side of the rim, doesn't count or doesn't go. She'll try again.
And you got to give JB credit. They came out and they're still playing. They're playing hard. They're doing their thing. And you know, one of the things though, when Coach Ryan does pull off, that we run so well, and when he pulls off that pressure, it does change their whole mentality.
Yeah, it makes it tough at that point in time. You're absolutely right.
But I think Greencastle's accomplished what they wanted to this weekend. And, you know, for like I said, for JB, they know where they need to get to compete with the upper echelon.
Inside pass, 2 inside passes, nicely done. That last one from Miller to Martin, Cassidy Martin, and Martin's on the scoreboard with 2, and now it's 45-17. So technically, not a bad quarter for the Rockets. Chris drives the lane, can't get it to go, out of bounds. Blue Devils will retain the basketball down here at this end. 1:21 remaining in quarter number 3. We're great, thank you. Great hospitality here from...
Unbelievable hospitality.
Yeah, really, from James Buchanan. Working around the perimeter, Hernizen on the drive, goes back out to Faulkner, left alone for the 3, which is always dangerous, doesn't get it to go. Rebound to James Buchanan. Coming down with it is Rachel Martin. Rachel Martin now with the pass out to Tristan Amsley. Amsley tried to go underneath and knocked out of bounds. So it'll be Rockets ball underneath their own basket. They trail 45-17. But you know what? They've scored 13 points this quarter after only scoring 4 in the first half. And it's been against the Greencastle starter. They run the offense to perfection in inbounds play. She didn't get it the first time, but she got it the second one for Cassidy Martin. And now they have 19 points, 45-19. Only wishing I'm sure they're thinking they would have started like this.
Well, as we said earlier, it wasn't like they were playing that bad. I don't know if Greencastle could play that well as they played in that first half.
Yeah, that's true. Missed three-pointer from Hernizen and another one from Christ. This one goes down for the 5'8 senior. 17 points on the night for her. That's the 5th 3 for the Blue Devils.
And if Hannah Christ desires to, I think she'll have an opportunity to play at the next level.
Yep. No doubt in my mind. She handles the ball well. She shoots the ball well. She understands the defensive concepts. Missed shot, rebound again. This time the second one is missed. Faulkner will coming out with the basketball. 2 seconds left. She'll throw it up from way downtown. Doesn't go. Third quarter is over. 48-19. Rockets made a little indent into that Blue Devil lead as we go to the final 8 minutes on the F&M Trust Sports Network here on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Had an auto accident? It's common to wonder how things could have turned out differently, if only.
No regrets.
If only you had Erie Insurance. With Erie, instead of regrets, you can focus on putting your mishap behind you.
No regrets.
With an Erie Rate Lock auto policy, your rate won't take a hit, no matter what. It stays put until you change a car, driver, or address. People who treat you fairly, legendary service, great rates. That's what it means to have seriously good insurance for your auto, home, or business. Erie Insurance. See for yourself why Erie received the J.D. Power Award for highest in customer satisfaction with the auto insurance purchase experience, 3 years in a row.
Your Erie agent in Greencastle and Waynesboro is Antrim Insurance Agency. Get a quote at AntrimInspa.com.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Limited to 3 years in Virginia. Other conditions and limitations at ErieInsurance.com. For J.D. Power Award information, go to JDPower.com.
Erie Insurance.
Your home for Franklin County sports. This is MidPennBroadcasting.com.
8 minutes remaining in this contest here with the Blue Devils on top 48-19. James Buchanan did outscore the Blue Devils by a 15-14 margin in that third period. Hernizen, another 3, goes down for the 5'8 senior, and she has 15 points. In answering that question, can the Blue Devils find a third scorer?
She's done a real nice job, and she's gotten better and better every year. And I think she can be that consistent third scorer for them. I still, again, just being devil's advocate, you wonder against a big team, will they be able to match up on the boards?
Missed shot on the other end. True with the rebound, gets it out to Chris. Chris coming down. First offensive series for the Blue Devils here. Or second one is Faulkner tries a 3, doesn't go. And the rebound comes down to Cassidy Martin. Martin gets it to her point guard, Tristan Amsley, and Amsley takes it up court, being picked up by Lydia, Chris. She's in there with her sister and along with True, Faulkner, and Hernizen for the Blue Devils. Other side of the court, Maggie Strout, and a drive that time by Martin. It doesn't go, and a jump ball situation. Strout seeing some action now. She's a freshman, 5'10" freshman, and along with her is Macklin and Martin and Amsley as that ball goes out of bounds. And both Martins are in there right now at this point in time.
Wow, how expectations have changed for the girls basketball program over the last couple years. Just an outstanding job by Coach Ryan and the staff, and like I said, that comes together as number 14 Martin makes another shot. She's given the Rockets a little lift as she's come in, but
she has 6 points.
Couple what Coach Ryan has done, as long as, like you said, there's not many times you're going to get 2,000-point scores, back to back like that. And along with the other girls that have been through the program in the last couple years, the perfect storm, and Janae Faulkner missed a running left-hander, but the perfect storm, and they produced and they played well together, and they've been a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, they sure have been, and they'll miss Chris next year, but in Hernizen, as Faulkner hits the free throw, but they'll build that team around her at that time. But hey, we still have about 20 more games to go. Hopefully
exactly
a lot
right.
more. Yeah. Faulkner hits it for her 15th point.
Shouldn't get nostalgic yet.
16th point. She has now hit four in a row and has hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of 11 free throws on the night. Amsley out front goes down to the left side to Macklin. Macklin can't make it fall, and a fight for the rebound as Strout gets it up over Hoover. Hoover will be charged with the personal foul there for the Blue Devils.
Rachel Martin, the junior, she's in there scrapping and fighting, and she's a lot smaller than Allison Hoover and took one right in the chops there.
Rachel Martin to the free throw line. She has 4 points, make it 5.
I think Coach Lauthers has handled this about as well as you can handle this. Just watching her demeanor over at the sideline, her encouragement for positive effort, and again, a much better second half for the Lady Rockets.
Yep, that's for sure. Nice pass inside from Faulkner to Hoover. Hoover bounces it back out. Hernizen tries to go to the hoop, loses it, and it'll go up court. Third one. Yeah. Let me say this, that's the first turnover of the half. Blue Devils really not turning the ball over that many times.
Really haven't begun to unleash their running game in the second half. They much more, this year they have a little bit of a breakout.
Christ loses it, knocked out of bounds by Amsley.
But played much more conservatively as you think they would with such a big lead.
Substitution into the ball game.
So, Greg, the boys of Chambersburg and Greencastle are in their respective locker rooms right now talking about what they need to do in the championship game to follow.
Should be interesting, and it should be a decent ball game. 5:30 to go in this one. 53-23, 30-point lead. Oh, Lydia with a 3-point bank shot.
I heard her yell glass.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Yeah.
The bank is open late in Mercersburg on Saturday night.
With the ATM, you can always get to the bank. Knocked off a Greencastle leg out of bounds. James Buchanan will get it back. 56-23 in this one. So it's a 33-point lead. And I'm trying to think that might have been one of the biggest of the lead. 3-point attempt, no, doesn't go.
I don't think it's pushed to 40 at all.
No, hasn't yet. We haven't had the running clock. And we'll find out shortly if this was
what it is.
Yeah, what it is if we continue upon this pace. Yeah, it was just an old-fashioned butt whooping in the first half,
From jump.
Yep. And here in the second half, evened out just a little bit. Staying in that 3-2 zone against the Blue Devils. Chris out front with the basketball. Hoover the high post. And Lydia, Chris running the low post. Faulkner and
they need someone to flash here. There you go.
There it is. And it is Lydia. Lydia can't make it go. And rebound comes down to Schatzer for the Rockets. Amsley with the basketball up court, stops at the foul line, double teamed, tries to get rid of it, does. They go to the corner real quick, and the shot is taken, and a three-point play shot by Macklin. 5th point for her, and back to a 30-point ball game, 56-36. Chris on the secondary break, no, doesn't go. And rebound comes down to Martin. Martin goes to Amsley. Amsley's going to go way across court and knocked out of bounds by Jace Buchanan. Turnover. Into the ball game for Blue Devils, Hannah Haley, the 5'5 senior. She will replace Lydia for a time being here.
Yeah, and I would probably say about another minute, though, both teams will clear the whole thing.
Yep.
You kind of wait. The protocol, if you will, is the team that's getting beat is the one who needs to kind of wave the white flag, so to speak.
Good hustle from Faulkner, knocks it out of bounds on the missed three-point attempt by the Blue Devils. It'll be out on the left side of the basket on the baseline. Hernizen to inbounds. Blue Devils set up a stack formation. Back to Faulkner, who goes immediately to Hernizen, who misses them that one. And Tristan Amsley going back up court and goes straight to the hoop. Doesn't get the ball. Faulkner with the rebound. Nice dribble crossover. She doesn't have numbers, trying to get up and creates the foul. The foul's going to go against Martin, Cassidy Martin, her 3rd foul. And back to the line where she's been quite often here tonight is Janae Faulkner.
Janae's a very efficient player. She picks her spots. She just always plays in control. And actually, she's changed, just watching this, Greg, she's changed her foul shooting routine. No dribble now. She literally just catches it and shoots, and it seems to has helped her free throws.
Well, it has. That's just her 12th free throw of the night. She's hit 9 of them.
As Megan Hernizen will come out, it looks like, for the ball game. And you just jinxed Janae, so you'll have to take that one.
I apologize. She had hit 5 in a row, but she missed that one. Speaking of coming out, there
that'll
she
be,
goes.
and by all accounts, and as far as we're concerned, the MVP of the tournament.
Yeah, she's going to finish with 17 points on the night. She had
5 blocks, I believe we said.
Yeah, quite a few. A nice give and go, and a nice back door, and a bucket from the Rockets. Eckert, her first basket of the night. So, really, Hannah Christie only started left back in this one, and she has the ball stolen away into the backcourt, but she's going to let it roll out, I guess, and it'll come back to Greencastle. So the Blue Devils with 3 minutes and 11 seconds to go. Chris could actually be the high scorer in this ball game. They both have 17 points if she would come down and score here. And Chris could make you could make a point for co-MVPs in this one.
You could do that a lot with these two girls.
Yep.
They really feed off of each other.
3-point attempt coming from Haley, doesn't go. Rebound to the Rockets, under 3 minutes to go here. This one, it's going to be, we thought maybe 9:30 for the boys start, probably about 9:15. There's another 3-point from the Rockets. That one goes way over, but they come down with the rebound. Yet another one coming from Macklin, doesn't go. Here comes Chris with the rebound, and let's see if she goes up. And she doesn't. She goes up, but the ref just didn't want to stop the ball.
Right, and I think Lydia probably, or I'm sorry, Hannah, wrong, Chris. Probably should know situations, clock and situation, pull that back out and just run some clock.
Tristan Amsley drives and makes the bucket. Almost got a steal from Hannah Chris, but Chris gets it back. She'll wait for her to start the offense. 2 minutes and 5 seconds.
And I think we'll have Chris subbing in for Chris here. And
yep. As they're just waiting, really just running the offense, taking a little time off. Give and go. Chris inside, tries to go up. They're not going to give her anything.
No.
And with that, Lydia comes in for Hannah, and she'll lead with 17 points. There you got the two scorers with 17 on the night for the Blue Devils. And Hernizen also down on the bench now. She has 15 points, 15, 17, and 17. You'll take that on a regular
that's just
basis.
how you draw it up when you're thinking about it before the game. 3 scores over 15. That's, fantastic.
Blue Devils and Hannah Chris coming
right at us.
Yeah. They lose the ball.
We almost had to take a charge there.
Yeah. I was stationary. Sitting in this chair, I wasn't going anywhere.
3 straight games.
Yeah, I was stationary. 57-30. So the Rockets can go in and say, hey, we won the second half. As knocked out of bounds by Wagaman. Wagaman, one of the starters, but, you know, they have to play one of the starters. They're sitting with just 3 on the bench. Shot looks good from here, but doesn't go. That one was up from Macklin. Struggle for the rebound, and then it is taken by James Buchanan, and a foul is called. They will send Sullenberger to the line for a 2-shot foul, and that will go against Ashley True, her 3rd foul. And Sullenberger hits it for her first point of the game. So it is 57-31. Second of 2, in and out. Can't get it to go down. Battle for the rebound. A little hesitation. They're going to give it to Blue Devils. Minute 13 here. Chris Wagaman out front. Running the point for the Blue Devils. To Chris, way out high on the wing. Drives and then dumps back out. Clock under a minute. Haley tries a 3. No good. Good box out by Eckert, and she gets the rebounds for the Rockets. And the Rockets, with 42 seconds left, will take a shot, banks it in for 3. Hey, doesn't matter how you get them as long as they go down.
That's exactly right.
9 points for the sophomore Abby Macklin on that one. 57-34.
Who's Greencastle up next, Greg?
I have to look at the schedule, but I think it's Shippensburg on Friday night. I think it's Shippensburg.
So they get a couple days off?
Yep. Hoover with the ball. She loses it on the errant pass, or on the dribble hit down. 10 seconds left in the ball game here. Rockets will get one last opportunity to score, or maybe not, as it's stolen away by Wagaman. 3, 2, 1, and she wants the bucket. Oh, doesn't get it. As the ball game comes to a close, 57-34, the Blue Devils of Greencastle Antrim will claim the championship of the Franklin County Tip-Off Tournament for at least the 2nd year in a row. Maybe, as I said, maybe the 3rd, but no, at least for the 2nd year in a row with a convincing 57-34 win. We'll be back with a post-game show right after these messages on the F&M Trust Sports Network here on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. With the home equity line of credit from F&M Trust, you can pay less rate and add more great to your life. Get extra funds to pay off high-interest bills, tackle home remodeling projects, or make other big purchases. Apply today and you'll rake in even more savings with F&M Trust's special introductory rate. For details, connect with any local branch or visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
There's nothing like being at the game. The excitement, the fun, the food, and all the waste. Whether it's popcorn boxes, hot dog wrappers, or this soda cup. Big games generate tons of waste. That's why Waste Management is helping stadiums and businesses reduce waste altogether through recycling and organic composting. To learn more, talk to your local waste management representative or visit thinkgreen.com.
Have heating or air conditioning needs? Look no further than Lecron's Comfort Solutions. We service all brands: heat pumps, humidifiers, system replacements, gas, oil, electric heat, and ductless systems. Lecron's Comfort Solutions is your authorized Trane dealer. Call Corey at 717-597-3768 for a free estimate. We are licensed and insured. Lecron's Comfort Solutions. Local company, local name. Serving Greencastle and all of Franklin County with professional service and installation.
Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency, has been serving the tri-state area for 35 years. We specialize in screen printing and embroidered clothing. Del Martin Incorporated supplies a full range of brand name uniforms for athletic, work, and medical applications, and a full line of advertising essentials. We have an in-house artist ready to put your ideas to work for you. T-shirts for schools, clubs, churches, and events. Del Martin Incorporated, 21 Sarah Susan Lane, Greencastle. Phone 717-597-5751 or online at delprint.com.
Streaming live with over 70 local sporting events a year. This is MidPennBroadcasting.com.
So it is the Greencastle Antrim girls claiming victory there, 57-34. Rick, not really a whole lot to talk about. Let me just run down through some scoring from that ball game, and then we can complete that one and start looking ahead to the next one. As we mentioned, 17 points from Janae Faulkner, 17 points from Hannah Chris, and 15 points from Megan Hernisen. Lydia Chris got 3, and 1 point from Ashley True, 4 points out of Morgan Wagaman, the junior, and that was the scoring from them. For the Rockets, it was a 9-point victory, or 9 points out of Tristan Amsley, who led the scores. They did have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people in the scoring column, but it was one of those deals where, you know, when you're winning 34-4 at halftime, what do you say and what do you do at that point? So, yeah.
There's not much to say. It's 34-30, like you said.
Ham hoagie, turkey hoagie.
Turkey would be great.
Yeah, we're sitting here.
Sorry, we're ordering, everybody.
Sure.
Italian dressing?
Italian dressing, yeah. Yeah, bear with us here while we... mayo. No, we're good. That'll be good. Hold the mayo. Go with it. We apologize, but Larry
that was too good to turn down.
Larry's been such a gracious host. Rod Bennett, Dick was the high school principal, and he's getting us water. We're going to have like a buffet here before this is all said.
I tell you what, they be careful. You and I may never leave.
No,
I definitely don't get this service at home.
Now, we may not be able to leave, so this ball game, by the way, this is the boys' championship game, and exciting as the other ones were, the Blue Devils picking up the win in the last one. Thank you. The broadcast is brought to you by F&M Trust. Pay less rate and get more great this fall with a special offer on home equity line of credit. Learn more at fnmtrustonline.com, equal housing lender. Antrim Insurance, your local area insurance agent serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding areas. Waste management, environmentally friendly technologies, and advanced innovations. Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency serving the tri-state area for 35 years. Lecron Comfort Solutions serving all of Franklin County with professional service and installation. And Klein's Tours, New York City, Atlantic City, and more. Visit Klein'sToursNet.net for complete tour schedule. And the pregame and postgame show all brought to you by Antrim Insurance. And we're glad that they do. Your local insurance agency serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, surrounding areas. Antrim Insurance, 169 South Antrim Way, Greencastle, 1685 East Main Street in Waynesboro. One last word there, Rick, for you on the girls' game that we just saw where the Blue Devils just dominated.
Congratulations to Coach Ryan and the Lady Blue Devils for the championship. I don't care who you are and who you're playing. It's always nice to win the championship. There's no question about it. The girls are off to a great start, and again, expectations are different. They're expected to play well, and they did. They didn't disappoint. And actually, I really thought their first half was just outstanding.
Yeah, as you mentioned, I don't know that you could play any better than that, and that will be the standard for which they need to play, not offensively and defensively. And so they pick up, they'll run their record to 2-0, and a major win here for them tonight as they get on the pick up another championship here in the Franklin County tip-off tournament. We turn our attention to the male side of things, where the boys of Greencastle now will take on a more formidable opponent in the Chambersburg Trojans. Saw the Chambersburg Trojans last night. it should be, we hope, a really good basketball game. Is the best way to describe that.
I think it will. I think, I was talking to Coach Martin a little bit after my practice today, and I think this was about as good a draw, and this worked out as well as it could possibly for the Blue Devils boys. Chambersburg's a quad A school. They're, they beat and what looks like a good JB team. JB played very well against Waynesboro. So, you never know how good or bad wins or losses are until the season progresses. And it looks like that was a very nice win. And Chambersburg, obviously, we talk a lot about it, the league they play in. So they have good athletes. Collier is a freshman at 6'6". Get some playing time, so they're on the younger side. Greencastle's going to have to continue to hit the boards and shoot the ball well. Casey Hoover led him last night with 15. I thought he played a very efficient ball game. Let the game come to him. That's what I really liked what he did last night. Sam Sprague looks like he's back. He got knocked on the noggin.
4 stitches, by the way.
4 stitches, is that what the outcome was?
Yeah, right up on the eyebrow, and he was teetering on whether he should go get those stitched up or not, but I think his mother sort of sealed the deal on that one.
They tend to do that.
Yes, they do.
And but poor Sam can't get through a basketball game with football's a lot easier for him.
Yeah, he doesn't get hit as much.
Exactly.
As we said, at least it wasn't his knee. It's okay if it's his head. And
but Brandon Storer played a fantastic first half. He had, I believe, 12 in the first half. I know he had 3 3-pointers, so I'm anxious to see it. I think this will be a real nice test for the Blue Devils.
Oh, I think so too. I think the team you really wanted to play here with and our Game Time computer just took the basketball to the head.
Mr. Hassong's hands weren't quick enough to help us out there.
Couldn't get to it in time. So anyway. So I think I'm not sure where I was in conversation as things get mixed up.
If people saw all the things that happened around us,
it's a wonder we even tell you about the game at all. As a matter of fact, but
football, you're up in that booth away from everybody. No one knows we're there.
Yeah, I'm afraid at times they're going to lock us in up there too. But down here they do. So it will be a really good ball game. We'll talk a little bit more about what the Blue Devils have to do after these messages on the F&M Trust Sports Network here on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Had an auto accident? It's common to wonder how things could have turned out differently, if only.
No regrets.
If only you had Erie Insurance. With Erie, instead of regrets, you can focus on putting your mishap behind you. With an Erie Rate Lock auto policy, your rate won't take a hit, no matter what. It stays put until you change a car, driver, or address. People who treat you fairly, legendary service, great rates. That's what it means to have seriously good insurance for your auto, home, or business. Erie Insurance. See for yourself why Erie received the J.D. Power Award for highest in customer satisfaction with the auto insurance purchase experience 3 years in a row.
Your Erie agent in Greencastle and Waynesboro is Antrim Insurance Agency. Get a quote at AntrimINSPA.com.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Limited to 3 years in Virginia. Other conditions and limitations at ErieInsurance.com. For J.D. Power Award information, go to JDPower.com.
Erie Insurance. Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. With the home equity line of credit from F&M Trust, you can pay less rate and add more great to your life. Get extra funds to pay off high-interest bills, tackle home remodeling projects, or make other big purchases. Apply today and you'll rake in even more savings with F&M Trust's special introductory rate. For details, connect with any local branch or visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency, has been serving the tri-state area for 35 years. We specialize in screen printing and embroidered clothing. Del Martin Incorporated supplies a full range of brand-name uniforms for athletic, work, and medical applications, and a full line of advertising essentials. We have an in-house artist ready to put your ideas to work for you. T-shirts for schools, clubs, churches, and events. Del Martin Incorporated, 21 Sarah Susan Lane, Greencastle. Phone 717-597-5751 or online at delprint.com.
Streaming live with over 70 local sporting events a year. This is MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Back in Mercersburg, it's getting ready for the start of the championship game of the boys. We just witnessed the Greencastle girls pulling the win out over the James Buchanan Rocket ladies, and we'll see what the Blue Devils can do here. After tonight, they're off to Shippensburg next Friday. They get a break, and then they come back up here the following Tuesday to take on the Rockets. So it will be, as they get right into the league play, Rick. It doesn't take much time. Before Christmas, they'll play Shippensburg, James Buchanan, Bowling Spring, and Waynesboro. And
that's interesting.
Yeah, give them a little bit of, we'll know where they stand, certainly. I think Shippensburg losing to Gettysburg by a point last night was a pretty good statement for Shippensburg, because I think Gettysburg's a really good team. And I think, Shippensburg would be one of my favorites to win the league. Bowling Springs is always tough. So I think, we'll see where we stand early on in that one.
Well, and that's exactly how I would place it if I had to rank them. I think Ship would be one. The Mills kid is a 6'5" athlete who scores inside very well. I think Bowling Springs, just because I respect Coach Dieter for what he's done up there. Coach Larry Strout just continues to be an unbelievable host here.
He does. He's bringing something.
I might take him home.
Yeah, he has served us. We're sitting here with No, the only thing I was really upset about is I had to make the sub myself. It was, you don't want to put your hands on it. Okay. You didn't have the gloves that you need. Yeah. Okay, you're right. Excellent point. So,
but I think, Greencastle, Northern's kind of an unknown. The coaching change and sometimes when those coaching changes and you never know what the situation is that leads to it one way or the other, but maybe different kids come out than we're out, so you don't know what you're getting there. I think James Buchanan, what I've seen today, has put themselves right into that middle of the pack as well.
I believe so too. And as I'm eating the sub, so we talked, but it's been a long day. I've been up here since 4 o'clock.
You've done yeoman's work.
And it's 4 o'clock and it's 9:15 now, so besides the chocolate bar that I got, that's the only nourishment I've had for a little while. But I do think it'll be an interesting league. I think you're gonna. I think what makes this one really neat this year is because there can be upsets.
Yes.
Some years it's just that team's so good no one's going to beat them, but everybody's in there, so you don't know each night who's going. I mean, there is no doubt James Buchanan can beat anybody in the league on a given night.
Yeah, that's a great point. Sometimes it just runs chalk.
Yeah.
And you can almost say, well, that's a win, that's a loss, that's a win, that's a loss, whatever it may be. I think this year you're right. I think Greencastle has the capability of beating anybody on every given night. I also think there's an opportunity where they're going to have to work real hard on certain nights. Shippensburg, I don't think is a lock. I think they're a good team, but I don't think they're a lock every single time they go out there. So Gettysburg's a non-league game that Greencastle play, so obviously they've got a nice team as well. We'll probably now play Chambersburg twice.
Right, yes, we will.
Which I think is a very healthy rivalry as well, as we're getting ready to get the starting lineups, and we'll see what the Blue Devils can come out. I think, as always, I'm a big believer in starts are important.
They certainly are. Actually, some of the non-league games will be at the Williamsport tournament, and that's all dependent upon who they play. They do play Red Line and Red Land at the Lone Catholic and Northeastern York, who is a powerhouse this year, along with Spring Grove. So it should be it's a good test for the Blue Devils if they're going to go play Quad A in the districts. That's who they have to play.
Well, and there's a lot of talk around the community about, wow, can we be Quad A? Should we be Quad A? Well, they reshuffled the whole deck for next year, and we're 5A.
Yeah, we're 5A.
Basketball. So, so really nothing changes except you're not playing the top 16, I guess, super big schools.
Yeah, I tend to think that it's not a bad move for the Blue Devils. Everyone's complaining a little bit, but I think for them, you're in the top category now. You're stepping down to one that's a little bit below, and it's a pretty. Again, we're in the middle of that pack. We're not at the bottom end of that pack. So I think it's fairer particularly in football now, we go down to a 3A, and the only one in there that you have to worry about is Bishop McDevitt, day in, day out, or year in, year out.
Yeah, it's interesting, I guess. Correct me if I'm wrong, Greg. I guess they haven't really announced how playoffs and things like that are going to work.
No, they haven't at this point in time. So let's go back to basketball. They are introducing the starting lineups for the Chambersburg Trojans. Winners last night over the James Buchanan Rockets by a 58-53 score. And they will start, of course, Cole Christian, the leading scorer from last night. He's a 6'1 senior. Faisal Mincy, 5'11 junior, gets the nod too from Coach Sean Schreffler. Kay Whitfield, he is a 6'1 senior. And also John Shupp, he is a 6'1 senior. Not a big squad by any means. Greencastle will bring, and it does appear the Blue Devils might have a little bigger edge on the crowd here. Christian Hoover being introduced.
Actually, we're going to call him Casey. Christian's your older son.
Well, that's true. That's true.
It's a long day when you start mixing up your kids.
As long as I don't start calling the dog's first name. And I've done that before in the past. That's why I don't have any dogs anymore. You got Sam Sprague in the starting lineup, Ian Gelsinger, along with Casey Hoover and Brian Gimby, and of course also in that lineup is Brandon Stoller, the starting five for the Greencastle Blue Devils here tonight. Blue Devils are in the away blues. Chambersburg is in the home whites, and I think we're going to have the national anthem. We haven't had that all night, but we'll have it right now, and we'll join the people here in the playing of our national anthem. Again, welcome to the James Buchanan Garden. Sounds like we're at the Boston Garden for a hockey game.
That did sound like a hockey game.
Oregon playing, or as I said last night with Gary and I, we were talking about maybe at the roller rink too, where they have you're waiting for them to go into the
Which reminds me of the old Vet Stadium when we go watch the Phillies play, and they would the Oregon play. Exactly.
Yeah. So anyway, that rendition, you got to love it, and we have that set, and we're ready to go as Chambersburg comes out of the huddle, and the Blue Devils waiting to come out of the huddle. Head coach Gary Martin. So really, from the eye test size-wise, it's equal. No one really oversized. Matter of fact, if they match up, I think Greencastle may have a little edge.
Yeah, height-wise, I think Chambersburg has it, but it looks like the couple kids for Chambersburg who have quite a bit of size are on the bench right now.
Yep. Chambersburg controls the opening tip-off down this way. They'll move to our location, our basket, and move right to left. The Blue Devils will move up from left to right on your video screen. Man-to-man defense from the Blue Devils played real well. On-ball defense last night gave Waynesboro fits in trying to get their offense started.
They did a real nice job last night. Brandon Stoller comes right out, steals the ball.
And so first time down turnover. Hoover goes cross court now to Gimby, and they'll reset that offense. Hoover out front, goes to Stoller down the left side. He is
Chambersburg also in man-to-man, Greg, and that's what Coach Scheffler prefers as well.
Yep, so we'll see him run the offense against them. Stoller has it on the wing. Greencastle doing that typical cutting down the middle, like the will. And Stoller to Gimby. Gimby to Sprague. Sprague looking, and now puts it on the floor, goes to the hoop, takes one up, and can't get it to go down, but it was a good drive.
Yep,
and then Chambersburg's going to throw it away.
You know, I like Sam being aggressive there, taking the ball right to the bucket.
Half-court pickup. Hoover being guarded tonight by Shea Mincy in the man-to-man.
You know, you said this in the one game earlier, Greg. I overheard you. There's a lot of ways to score inside. It doesn't just have to be the post. You can do it by driving to the bucket as well.
Blue Devils do a pretty good job of that. Sprague gets the ball down low, goes up this time, can't get it to go, but he's got two good shots down there. 0 for 2, but here comes the Trojans up quickly. This is Mincy, drives the baseline, gets it blocked by Gimby, and Sprague comes down with the basketball. He'll take it down court. Gives it to Gimby, gives it to Ian Gelsinger. Three-pointer is good for Gelsinger. He had 2 last night, now he has 1 here tonight.
And between the scrimmage as well as the first game, Ian Gelsinger looks like the most improved player on the Greencastle team. He got caught back door there, but just missed the layup.
So up come the Blue Devils. Gimby out to Sprague, and Hoover gets free on the wheel, goes up, bounces off the glass, can't get it to go. Gets his own rebound. This one he gets. There you go. So the Blue Devils have jumped out to a 3-5-0 lead, and now they come. Chambersburg comes right back with a nice pass for Whitfield. He has 2 in the night. Blue Devils with the basketball now.
Good things happen when you drive the ball to the bucket. Casey Hoover missed the first time around, just was in the right spot as it bounced back to him. But I'm a big believer, if you drive with good intentions, good things will happen. And that's the shot Casey has to hit. That 12 to 15 foot pull-up jumper. I think if he can knock that shot or at least take it consistently, he's a good shooter, and then that'll be a big part of his arsenal.
He hits that one to put his team up by 7-2 early on here. 5-minute mark of the opening quarter. Chambersburg working against the Blue Devil man-to-man. This is Browse with the ball. He goes to Mincy. Mincy walks. Third turnover for the Trojans here early on. So Ian Gelsinger to inbounds on the right side here. Back to Hoover. Hoover will bring the ball up against Mincy. Crossover move to the other side. Now goes to, excuse me, I thought I was going to lose my voice.
Yeah, I did check on you there.
Yeah, Brandon Stoller had the ball for a moment. He has the ball back now. Hoover to the top of the key. Goes to the right side to Gimby. Gimby waiting for something to happen here. Goes out front to Sprague. Sprague to Hoover. Hoover faked the 3. And now awaits Stoller. Opposite side of the court. The right side they're working out of. 4:19 in the quarter. Greencastle very patient on offense. To Gelsinger to Stoller. Stoller, nice ball fake. Gets away, takes the jumper. Yes, it's good. Just a really nice play by Brandon Stoller.
Very quick move, and again, just kind of like the running one-hander, about 8 feet away, dropped it in.
Little teardrop.
Absolutely.
To float it down. So Chambersburg trying to get that offense going. They struggle a little bit against James Buchanan. Mincy takes it down the baseline. Nothing there. Jumps it back out to Whitfield. He tries a 3. Doesn't get it. Hoover on the rebound. Quickly up front to Gimby. Out to Gimby. And that push. That time called against Browse. The first foul against him and the first foul of the ball game.
Kind of bailed us out there with that push. I think Brian was falling in that direction as we got a quick timeout, but I'm not sure how long it's going to be here. Yeah, 30 seconds.
Yeah, he's going to take the 30-second timeout. He just needs to get his team settled down a little bit as Sean Treffler takes that timeout. So the Blue Devils coming out of the box. You know, again, you said it's always important how you start, and the Blue Devils will go out and start well here. And This broadcast brought to you by F&M Trust. When you need extra funds this fall, pay less rate and get more great with the F&M Trust Home Equity line of credit. It's the ideal way to make large purchases or consolidate monthly bills. For details on F&M Trust special introductory offer, visit a community office or fnmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender. So Gelsinger with the tray, Hoover with 4 points and 2 points out of Brandon Stoller. That is the scoring so far for the Blue Devils. The opposite, it is Cade Whitfield with 2 points. I thought he had a pretty decent game last night in his outing. He posted down low against James Buchanan, was able to score.
Well, turnover there, and I think Coach Shuffler kind of got through to his guys that they're not going to be able to sleepwalk through this game.
No.
They kind of came out very nonchalant on the offensive end and really have had trouble getting anything. Now they get a steal and a layup. Oh, missed it.
Missed it. That's Christian, who had the steal at the other end, and he's being guarded by Gelsinger. And Gelsinger not looking to do any help defense, just play him straight up. He is their scorer. He's the one you have to look out for. He makes their engine go, so to speak.
And that's a good move by Coach Martin. I think you should see that more often as Hoover misses a long three. I don't know, with today's world, with the three-pointer, you can't help as much as you used to.
Gelsinger with a steal off of Christian. Gimby goes straight to the hoop. Nice wraparound. Oh, they're going to call the offensive foul. And that will be Shupp, John Shupp, who was there.
Yep, did a nice job of sliding over, holding his position. And Brian ran into him. So a nice defensive play by the Trojans. As again, you know, they've just really struggled getting any kind of continuity on offense, and that's a testament to the Blue Devils defense.
Go inside to Shupp, and Shupp off the glass for two. And now they have 4 points up on the board after a little run from the Blue Devils. Greencastle hasn't scored for a little while either, as neither team has, so they have to look to try to make something happen. Gimby to Stoller, Stoller to Gelsinger to Hoover. Hoover closely guarded. Mincy must be playing him tight. Gimby gets the ball now with Christian on him.
Well, you said it last night. Casey's no secret anymore.
Now,
another turnover.
Up court they come. Chambers.
Brian complicates it. So Coach Martin, I think, is going to take a timeout here as Brian Gimby picks up his second foul. A little frustration foul there.
Yeah, I think so. And how many times we see that? And if Mike Monadoro was here, he would be complaining that it's 75 feet away. Timeout is coming from the Blue Devils. See, it's going to be the 30-second. Yep, another 30-second variety. You know, Greencastle came out and played well there for the first couple minutes, and now have slowed down a little bit. So we'll have to see what happens here. 9-4 after the timeout. And we'd like to thank all our sponsors, particularly tonight, not our sponsor, but the sponsor of the tournament, Keystone Ford, as they have added their help the four schools out here. And such a wonderful tournament as we go around the second time now, as we've been to Chambersburg twice and James Buchanan twice, as this tournament has been quite a success for everybody involved. Chambersburg has the basketball, minute 56 remaining in the quarter. It is a 9-4 score. The Blue Devils up on top.
Now this is interesting. You left Brian Gimby out there with 2 fouls. Everyone's got different philosophies on that. We'll see, but Brian's going to have to play smart.
Stoller going against Mincy, and Mincy scores. I thought he walked with the ball, but no one agreed with me on that one.
I think he walked, and I think he got bumped, and I think they didn't call anything.
Yep. Hoover drives, takes it back to Stoller. Stoller out to Sprague. Sprague to Gimby. Gimby will drop off to Hoover on the left side. Goes back out front to Ian Gelsinger. Stoller puts it to the hoop, to the floor. Gelsinger pump fake. And now goes back out front. Hoover resets the offense. Picks the ball up. Sprague to Gimby. Chambersburg picked up the intensity a little bit here too.
Tyler Collier, the 6'7" freshman, has checked in. Gives them a lot of size. I know he was a handful as an 8th grader on the freshman team.
I bet he was. Yes, he was. Greencastle with a lot of time.
You want to talk about psychological advantage?
Yeah. Sprague, turnaround jumper doesn't go. Can't hit the mark tonight. 49 seconds remaining, and Chambersburg, who trailed 9-2, has a chance to close the gap by 1 or tie it here. This is Christian. Christian from 3 away does do the tying.
And that's a big psychological shot for Chambersburg. As bad as they started out, as well as Greencastle did, it's 9-9 here with 25 seconds left in the first quarter.
Hoover left alone out front, tries a 3. He can't get that one to go down.
A nice hustle.
Yeah. Back to Hoover underneath, goes up and lays it in for 2.
And not only a nice layup, nice pass, but a great no call there as the Chambersburg player was way underneath the basket. Good job.
And a steal by and Brandon Fuller puts it in. Beautiful steal as the quarter comes to an end. So a 4-point turnaround there. The Blue Devils go back up on top by 13-9 at the end of 1. Right here on the F&M Trust Sports Network here on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. Use home equity funds for big purchases or to pay off high-interest bills. Apply today and rake in even more savings with F&M Trust special introductory offer. Visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Have heating or air conditioning needs? Look no further than Lecron's Comfort Solutions. We service all brands. Heat pumps, humidifiers, system replacements, gas, oil, electric heat, and ductless systems. Lecron's Comfort Solutions is your authorized terrain dealer. Call Corey at 717-597-3768 for a free estimate. We are licensed and insured. Lecron's Comfort Solutions. Local company, local name. Serving Greencastle and all of Franklin County with professional service and installation.
MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Rick Lewis, Greg Hoover back with you here as the second quarter gets underway. The Chambersburg Trojans cut the lead, or tied it actually at 9-9, but Greencastle scores 4 unanswered points in the last 24 seconds of the first quarter to take the lead 13-9. Blue Devils with the ball. Cam Heilman checks in for the Blue Devils. 5'5" sophomore. Greg Hoover is still with us. He is frantically working as we have a technical low battery has just popped up on a monitor. Casey Hoover with the ball out top. Over to Brandon Stoller. Stoller, 2 nice steals, and he continues to play very well here in the early going for the Blue Devils. Hoover off the right side of the bucket and stepped out of bounds as he tried to get the ball. Chambersburg inbounds it, far end. Number 21, Evan Scheffler, 5'11" sophomore. Coach Scheffler's son comes into the ball game to handle the ball. Oh, in and out for number 5, Tristan. Carl Christian, just missed the 3-pointer. 13-9 Chambersburg. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Stoller to Gelsinger. Are you back with us, sir?
I am. We have a low battery problem, and that one we don't. I think I got it cured for the time being.
If she's going to sit here, she's going to have to work a little bit.
She got to take over as chief engineer.
Yeah, she can't just point and go, something looks bad here.
At least we were worried about
That's true. It's true.
Cam Kilhelman into the ball game, and he double dribbles, and another turnover. The Blue Devils had 2 in the first quarter. They have 2 in the second quarter so far. Chambersburg committed 4. 13-9 still as it was at the end of the quarter.
Matt Lutz checks in for Greencastle, 6'4" senior. We talked about him last night, Greg, how important role he may play as the season goes on.
Yeah, as it goes on. So here's the Chambersburg offense against the man-to-man. The drive, the shot, and the bucket, and they're going to call it on Heilman, who never really moved. And they're going to give the bucket to Whitfield.
No, he didn't move, but if we were at the college or NBA level, he would have been in that circle. Now, the refs aren't supposed to call that at this level, but Chambersburg struggling still to get any kind of offensive rhythm. Most of what they're getting is kind of what I'll call a little ragtag as ball's knocked out of bounds. Collier.
Yeah, they really haven't played real smoothly. offensively. Again, last night they showed signs of that.
Well, we talked about last night, Greg. We wanted to see some more energy and effort on the defensive end for the Blue Devils, and I think we're seeing it.
Yeah, I think the defense, they play some very good defense. The offense now needs to get on track too. Because Chambersburg playing a very tight man-to-man. This is a great test for the Blue Devils here tonight.
Yep.
Ian picks up the ball, and Gimby now has it. Gimby to Hoover out front. Hoover to Gelsinger.
You know, there's a real fine line between being patient and being passive.
Yes.
And it's one of those things, you know it when you see it. And I don't want to see our guys get passive here. When you're up, when the defender's up on you, the only thing you can do is just what Casey did right there. Drive to the bucket and make them value. It's hard to teach because kids' first instinct is to turn away from the defense. When a kid's up all on you on that, you've got to rip the ball through and you've got to take them to the bucket.
Schreffler charged with the foul against Hoover. It is only the third foul. There's another foul. The big guy, Kohler, and that'll send Gimby to the line as they run the inbounds play to perfection there to get what they wanted.
Yep.
13-11 scores, 13-9 at the half. At the quarter.
And Brian hasn't scored yet. That's important. He knocks these in and gets some confidence going.
Yeah, he does. You know, didn't have a big scoring night last night, but still the contributions were there. Good foul shooter, and he hits that one. The Blue Devils now go back on a 3-point lead, and I think this is the type of game we're going to see back and forth here tonight.
I think you're right. I think that the energy of both teams and the effort defensively is going to make it a challenge on the offensive side for both of them.
Stoller with Christian and doing a really good job on it. This is Whitfield with the drive. Lutz guarding him, and Lutz is going to be charged with the foul. His first one. But it was not. It wasn't a. It was a pretty decent play. They're not going to say he was shooting. They're going to say. He was on the ground when it happens. So Blue Devils set in Bryson Robinson. He goes in for Ian Gelsinger. Sam Sprague returns to lineup. Christensen left for a three. The same spot he hit before. Collier knocks it out of bounds as he was sandwiched by Robinson and Hoover.
Yeah, like we talked about last night, I am absolutely fine with Matt Lutz collecting fouls when he's in there. That means he's being aggressive. He's being part of the, going after the ball. So I think you got to be fine with that.
Greencastle on the offense down to the other end of the court in the away Blues. Robinson to Gimby to Stoller. Stoller hits the try. Yeah, he did. Wasn't quite set. No. And rebound comes down to Chambersburg. This is Schreffler with the basketball. Tries to bounce past it. Gimby almost got away with a kick.
That was telegraphed from he reared back on that one.
90 miles an hour on the fastball there. So Collier comes back out in favor of Jason Shupp. I think Collier is going to be one to contend with as he gets a little bit stronger.
Yep. Get a post move or two that he's comfortable with down there.
Yep. Good moves. Oh, Gimby with the block. A great block on Whitfield.
And Brian's capable. He had a couple blocks last night. He's capable of providing that. Like you said, the jumper's not going, but there's other things he can do, and he's going to need to continue to do that to help the Blue Devils out because he's one of the taller players.
This is Shupp from the corner, and he buries the three. He has 5 points in the night. It's a 1-point ball game, 15-14 after that three-pointer.
And I think Chambersburg, I'm sure they watched that game. I think Waynesboro helped Greencastle out last night by pressuring, and we really play with 4 guards almost, and Greencastle's going to be very hard to full court press. I think Chambersburg's got the right idea as Casey Hoover gets held and grabbed as he cuts through the lane there, but they're going to give the ball back to Greencastle.
They still, we don't know who it's out on, but since you did get held, we'll give it to you, right? Yeah. Inbounds play. First pass doesn't work. Second pass finally comes back. Stoller gets it. They stay in the man-to-man in the inbounds. You don't see many teams do that.
No, that's I always think that's dangerous.
Yeah, because that's what most of the inbounds plays are set up to do, run against a man-to-man.
And I just it always bothered me to give up any points in those situations.
Hoover lost his man, but he can't make that one go.
We're rushing our shots here, Greg, a little bit. Leveland's off just a little off balance. Nice pass.
Yeah, great finish. Oh, no, he missed it. Whoa, over the back, yep. Here comes Shupp down the lane, and Shupp gets the foul charged against him.
Number 14, Cade Brindle, a 6'1" sophomore guard, threw an outstanding pass as he was falling out of bounds, and Chambersburg needs to convert those opportunities.
So Ian Gelsinger back into the ball game, hit that game-opening three, and he comes back in for Brian Gimby. So the Blue Devils will run with Stoller, Hoover, Gelsinger, Robertson, and Sprague. It's a man-to-man press. Greencastle breaks it. Back to Ian driving the line, driving down. He gets it back but throws it away. Christensen's there to get it. Third turnover. Christensen has 3 points on the night. Mincy with the ball. Goes to Shupp. Over here to Browse. Browse goes out to Christensen. Christensen buries the three. He is dangerous from there.
He's a heck of a ball player. He's extremely quick, shoots the ball well. Greencastle's going to have to get a bucket here as they have not scored in quite a while.
Yeah, 17-15.
Ooh, got a break there. Bryson Robinson lost it. Now he did lose it.
Mincy, nice play by Stoller, but Mincy is able to complete it. And Coach Martin wants a timeout. So it is Chambersburg taking the 4-point lead, 19-15 at this stage of the game. And is that a full one?
Nope, 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Got to get those out of the way first, right? So they got Chambersburg.
I'm always out of things to say after about 30 seconds anyway.
Well, it does give us a time to tell you that this broadcast is brought to you by F&M Trust. Pay less rate and get more greatness. Follow the special offer on home equity line of credit. Learn more at fnmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender. Chambersburg with their Cassius Crazies here. They're pretty loud and vocal. They do a great job of getting into the ball game.
Well, and that's what's great about this tournament. You have the local teams. You always want to beat your relatives and friends more than but then after this, you cheer for everybody to have a lot of success. So I think that's pretty cool. Chambersburg's going to pick up full court here. I still would be a little careful if I was them. They're on a nice roll, but I really think this plays into Greencastle's strength.
That gives them a chance to get to the hoop a little quicker. Yep. Greencastle has not scored a field goal. Only 2 foul shots here in the first 5.5 minutes of this second quarter.
Still think we look a little passive, Greg. I think guys got to look to take it to the bucket here as we got them spread out pretty well.
Stoller directing traffic out front, gives it to Gimby, almost stolen away. Gimby will go, jump off the Sprague, but he can't handle the pass, and Christensen comes up with it. Nice bounce pass, but Stoller, who had a heck of a soccer season, shows us why.
That's exactly right. If he could have kicked that right up to Sam, we could have had things going.
Kick ball underneath, it'll go to the Trojans, right side of the basket.
He is quick, there's no question about that. Quick with his hands and quick with his feet.
Browse to inbounds. Waiting for someone to move, and there's another kickball from the soccer player, Gelsinger.
Good game, Greg.
Yeah, it is. 19-15. Greencastle started out early, tough, and a nice pass inside. I agree with you. Chambersburg doesn't, but Sprague was there, and the call is going to go against Whitfield. We may be in a little bit of a problem here as our power source is going down, and I don't really have a way to connect it to anything else that we do. That iPad has been working extra overtime here tonight. So hopefully we'll be able to...
Terry, yep.
Yeah, he did.
Yep. Brian's just out of sorts right now. Just struggling on the offensive end, and he's got to put his head up right now. I see his body language. He's a good ball player. He's going to have, just play through this little stretch, and he'll be fine.
Yep, I agree with you. Stoller will try to get one from Christian. Christian goes inside to Whitfield.
I tell you what, though, Brian got away with a foul there, which would have been his third. That's fortunate there. You can't reach around like that on the post, and Ian Gelsinger got away with a walk.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Struggles a little bit, goes inside to Sprague. Sprague goes up. Looks like Christian had a nice block on him.
Yeah,
but they're going to give...
I can't believe this be on Christian. Oh, it is.
Yep. We'll see what transpires after this one.
Early in the season for the officials as well.
Well, that's true. They've had a few scrimmages. That's about it. Sprague hits the first one. Gets on the scoreboard, or in the scorebook with that point. And interesting enough, the Blue Devils have only scored foul shots here in this quarter.
What was the score at the end of the quarter?
It was 13-9. Blue Devils were up. Now it's 19-17. Sprague does hit the second one. Gets him 2 points. Christensen, from where he hit before, doesn't go down. Whitfield from behind. Gelsinger blocks it, knocks it out of bounds.
That Whitfield's he's very active and aggressive in there, Greg. He's a handful. He's not very tall. He's probably about 6 foot even. He's listed at 6'2", but he's very 6-footish. But he's very active on the boards.
Mincy with the three-point attempt that falls short.
And here he comes again, right to the hole. Gimby got a piece of that.
Yeah. A fight for the ball, and Gimby comes down with it. 19-17 across to Sprague. Sprague now decides to go to the hoop. Lays it up and in for 2.
That's what they need to do. They need to get to the bucket. They're quick enough and good enough athletes to do that.
And we're tied at 19 apiece, under a minute to go in the half. Here goes Whitfield. He got by, that's Shuck. They got by Hoover.
That was a nice left-handed layup.
He has 7 points on the night.
Seems like both at the ends of both quarters it gets heated up in a hurry, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. There goes Sprague again, tries to make it work. It doesn't. Wanted to foul, doesn't get it. 27 seconds. Christian pulls it out. This will be, he says, look at the clock. We're going to go for one here. And they get it back out to Browse, who is their point guard.
Cole Christian, Onius Jr.
Yeah, he's played well. He's played varsity for him for, this is his third year, too. To do that. 7, 6, 5. Mincy going to keep it. Goes to the hoop. Has it hammered. Yep. 2.2 seconds, and he'll get some shots on that one. That's going to go, I think, against Sprague, and it does.
Nice job out of Chambersburg. They Christian recognized time and situation, pulled it back out, and not only are they going to get an opportunity for points, they got to pick up an extra foul on Greencastle.
Free throw is no good.
But none of it helps if you don't knock in the free ones.
Got to make those free throws. Mincy with 2 points on the night. They bring Christian out of the game, make sure there's no fouls on him, though he doesn't have any as of yet. Second one is good. They started the clock, and it'll be... That was
Ben Freeman.
Ben Freeman.
Nothing like taking no warm-up in your first shot, 40 feet out, and almost hitting it.
Almost went down, but it didn't. So the half comes to an end. 22-19. We got a close one here. Don't go away. We'll be back with the Antrim Insurance halftime report right after these words from F&M Trust Sports Network here on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. With the home equity line of credit from F&M Trust, you can pay less rate and add more great to your life. Get extra funds to pay off high-interest bills, tackle home remodeling projects, or make other big purchases. Apply today and you'll rake in even more savings with F&M Trust's special introductory rate. For details, connect with any local branch or visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Had an auto accident? It's common to wonder how things could have turned out differently, if only.
No regrets.
If only you had Erie Insurance. With Erie, instead of regrets, you can focus on putting your mishap behind you. With an Erie Rate Lock auto policy, your rate won't take a hit, no matter what. It stays put until you change a car, driver, or address. People who treat you fairly, legendary service, great rates. That's what it means to have seriously good insurance for your auto, home, or business. Erie Insurance. See for yourself why Erie received the J.D. Power Award for highest in customer satisfaction with the auto insurance purchase experience 3 years in a row.
Your Erie agent in Greencastle and Waynesboro is Antrim Insurance Agency. Get a quote at AntrimInspa.com.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Limited to 3 years in Virginia. Other conditions and limitations at ErieInsurance.com. For J.D. Power Award information, go to JDPower.com.
Erie Insurance.
Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency, has been serving the tri-state area for 35 years. We specialize in screen printing and embroidered clothing. Del Martin Incorporated supplies a full range of brand-name uniforms for athletic, work, and medical occasions, and a full line of advertising essentials. We have an in-house artist ready to put your ideas to work for you. T-shirts for schools, clubs, churches, and events. Del Martin Incorporated, 21 Sarah Susan Lane, Greencastle. Phone 717-597-5751. or online at delprint.com.
There's nothing like being at the game. The excitement, the fun, the food, and all the waste. Whether it's popcorn boxes, hot dog wrappers, or this soda cup. Big games generate tons of waste. That's why Waste Management is helping stadiums and businesses reduce waste altogether through recycling and organic composting. To learn more, talk to your local waste management representative or visit thinkgreen.com.
Chalk Talk. We talk high school basketball every Thursday night at 7:30 on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
And we're back as the girls all tournament teams announced, and just like Greg Hoover speculated, Hannah Christ and Janae Faulkner are co-MVPs of the tournament.
Good game, Greg. You wouldn't have. I'm losing power.
So we
my iPad, but I have a cord.
Excuse me. 6 minutes left in the till halftime. Chambersburg up 3 as a bad second quarter for the Blue Devils. Chambersburg started off slow, and Greencastle actually came out 9-2. And then, unfortunately, Greencastle just couldn't get anything going on the offensive end. Cole Christian played an outstanding first half. Cole Christian, his brother Colin. But Cole Christian, the junior, played an outstanding second quarter and brought the Trojans back. I think Greencastle got a little passive and had opportunities to take it to the hole and weren't able to do it. But overall, only a 3-point deficit. And again, with the way they started, Greencastle came out on fire. Brandon Stoller with a couple of steals. He continues to play well. Casey Hoover got to the line a little bit. And really the only foul trouble Brian Gemby has too, and I think everybody else is in pretty good shape. I don't believe anyone on Chambersburg's in foul trouble, so it should be a very good second half. We're going to come back at the 5-minute mark now. We'll come back in a few minutes, and we'll talk a little bit more about what adjustments need to be made on both sides.
You don't have anything that this will hook into an outlet, you know what I mean? Like the...
When you're ready to break away
Rodney
from
just
your
wanted to
routine
get
and
down.
step into a hassle-free world of fun and adventure, Klein Tours is the partner you need to make fantasy a reality. For more than 20 years, Klein Tours Incorporated has taken care of all the details for people traveling from the 4-state region of South Central Pennsylvania, Western Maryland, the Eastern Panhandle of West Virginia, and Winchester, Virginia area. Whether you're looking for a 1- or 2-day tour to the bright lights of New York City or the fun and excitement of Atlantic City, we've got you covered. And we offer special bonus packages so you can get more for your hard-earned dollar. Klein Tours is not only your source for major sports events and tickets to Broadway shows, we also offer multi-day air trips to destinations like Las Vegas and New Orleans. Subscribe to our newsletter for travel updates, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter. Our online travel center features real-time availability and purchasing is easy. Tours can also be reserved by phone at 717-597-5997.
Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency, has been serving the tri-state area for 35 years. We specialize in screen printing and embroidered clothing. Del Martin Incorporated supplies a full range of brand-name uniforms for athletic, work, and medical applications, and a full line of advertising essentials. We have an in-house artist ready to put your ideas to work for you. T-shirts for schools, clubs, churches, and events. Del Martin Incorporated, 21 Sarah Susan Lane, Greencastle. Phone 717-597-5751 or online at delprint.com.
MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Welcome back, James Buchanan High School. It is halftime here of the boys' championship game. Chambersburg with a strong second quarter, outscoring the Blue Devils 13-6. 4 of those points, by the way, Rick Campbell on foul shots and only 1 field goal, as the offense just didn't get into and give credit to where credit's due. Chambersburg playing pretty decent defense.
Well, Coach Shuffler called a timeout and obviously addressed, I think, you and I talked about this yesterday. It helps to be long, athletic, but effort's a big part of defense. And, communication and effort goes a long way. Chambersburg came out, I wouldn't say flat, but didn't come out with the fire Greencastle did. Greencastle jumped up to a 9-2 lead, and then Coach Shuffler took a good timeout, and seems like he addressed that, and we got ourselves a good ball game, which I think we thought we were going to have.
Yeah.
22-19 here, and Greencastle's fine. I think they just need to keep playing, and I just would like to see them a little bit. They're doing a good job in their offense, spreading Chambersburg out. I think if they dribble, drive, and then kicked out, those three-pointers would be there for them.
And I think that is the key. They got to open. You're not going to get open threes producing it yourself. Here, the step back shot's not going to happen. You're going to have to get some drives and kick in, kick back out. I think that's the secret to it. They obviously got to get the offense going. Chambersburg really has, I thought someone said, what about Chambersburg? My key on them is I thought they had more offensive weapons, and they do, than than what we saw against Waynesboro in the tournament.
Yep, but like we said, now as we got to watch it, Waynesboro really struggled offensively against James Buchanan as well. Carl and Chambersburg is, especially with their schedule and as they go, are definitely going to have to find some more offensive options. Christian is not only scoring, but he's really creating opportunities for other players as well. And, we talk a lot about the league they're in and the schedule they play. They're going to really have to find, I'd like to see Greencastle get a little more up the body language. This is the first time they're behind this year, and that's part of it. And that's what these games are for, to get comfortable. It's only 3 points. They come out here firing, and they'll be fine.
Well, I think so. Presentation now at half court is Keystone Ford presenting the check to sponsor this event. So a little statistic, Greencastle did have 5 turnovers in that second quarter against 2 in the first quarter, while Chambersburg had 4 in the first quarter and just 1 in the second quarter. So you see it was their quarter to have. It is Jason Shupp with 7 points. And Cade Whitfield has added 4 points, and then 2 points by Bashal Mincy, and 6 points on 2 threes from Cole Christian, the 6'1 junior. Blue Devils have 5 points out of Brandon Stoller. They have 4 points out of Sam Sprague, 3 points out of Ian Gelsinger, 6 from Casey Hoover, and 2 points on foul shots from Brian Gimby as they're scoring at this point in time. Blue Devils will send out their starting lineup, which is Gelsinger, Stoller, and Sprague, Gimby, and Hoover. And Chambersburg will do likewise with Browse, the point guard, and along with Shupp and Mincy and Whitfield and Christian.
Whitfield and Shupp are 1 number off. They're almost an exact same build.
Well, they got the same haircut.
Yeah, I mean,
out loud.
About 4 times you've said one of their names, and then I'm like, was that one or is that the other one? They could pass as brothers.
They could, and thank goodness they're wearing different jerseys, because I wouldn't tell them apart.
Yeah, they are like the exact same size and build. It's interesting. Number 11, Jacob Browse will run the offense here for the Trojans.
He gets a shot, and they're going to call that on Hoover coming from behind.
And thank you very much.
Wait, okay, yeah, we're just going to need a power cord, and then we're going to be set, I think.
And James Buchanan
hospitality
continues at an unbelievable clip.
Yeah.
I didn't get dessert yet, though.
Yeah, he did. He ate the chocolate bar.
That's true.
Yeah.
Ate it first. Went out on sequence there.
So it is Browse who got fouled by Hoover on the shot. He gets 2 shots, and the first one goes down, and that's his first points of the night, and that extends the lead to 23-19. Waiting for the second one. It is also good, 24-19.
No. Mincy's going to pick up Hoover, but I think Chambersburg's playing this smart. They're keeping everybody in front of them again, making Greencastle work to bring the ball up, but not full-out pressing where it gets an up-and-down situation. Now, this is important. We talk about this all the time, the first 3 minutes of the game. It's a 5-point lead now, and Greencastle's going to have to keep this in striking distance. They don't want Chambersburg to jump out to a 10, 12-point cushion.
Now, Hoover needs to create something here too. He's running the offense, and you said letting the game come to him, and he did last night. But sometimes you got to bring the game to you.
When you're the alpha male out there, sometimes you've got to go get it, and you know it's time. It's time to go get it. I think you're right. I think they all need to get just a little more aggressive.
There goes Gimby, tries to go to Sprague. Sprague throws it out of bounds as he had trouble grabbing the initial pass in. So another turnover for the Blue Devils.
Say I was worried. Mr. Hoover is fine.
Okay, we should be good on electricity. If not, I don't know what the problem is.
We'll blame it on our new engineer as Chambersburg gets wide open underneath. Number 23, John Shupp, lays it in. And Coach Martin might be wise to use a timeout here sooner than later. He can't let this get too out of hand as Greencastle just really, really struggling on the offensive end. Turnover from Gelsinger, and Chambersburg's looking to push.
Yeah, they are. They smell blood a little bit.
Yep, that's an open three.
Yeah, Christensen and Rowley nowhere, but the rebound goes to Mency, and Mency gets the follow-up, and there is the timeout for Chambersburg as they just
take a full one.
Yeah, 28-19 now. The lead for the Chambersburg Trojans. 6:23 to go in the third quarter on the F&M Trust Sports Network here on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. Use home equity funds for big purchases or to pay off high-interest bills. Apply today and rake in even more savings with F&M Trust special introductory offer. Visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Your home for Franklin County sports. This is MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Been a nice little run from the Chambersburg Trojans here as they open up a 28-19 lead. They've scored 6 points here in the third quarter, but Blue Devils have not scored yet.
You made a good comment there, Greg. I think what you need to do now, if you have some set plays for Hoover, you might want to run them now, or Gemby to get a jump shot here. You're going to have to run something to help create because they're not able to create it right now on their own at all. So you're going to have to help create it for them.
Hoover has the ball in the wing. Gelsinger out front. Stoller to the basketball now. Gimby, quick shot on the three-pointer.
Just a little threes are being rushed. Oh, nice hustle. Yeah. Nice play, Casey Hoover saves the ball inside to Sam Sprague for the layup. Great hustle.
That was a big shot for them to get them to 21 now. Something like that maybe can spark them a little bit. They just need a defensive stop. Cole dumps out to Mency. Mency fakes the three. They go inside, and to the floor they go. And Hoover gets the steal, and the turnover goes to Chambersburg. And cross court to Sprague. Sprague's going to take it to the hoop, and it gets up and got it. Yep. Sprague with the bucket. He has 8 on the night.
And that's what they need to do. Keep driving to the hole.
So a little 4-point run for the Blue Devils. And Christian goes down, doesn't get it. Hoover with a rebound. Rouse bumps, but it goes to Gelsinger, back to Hoover. Hoover watches Brandon Solar cut, and Hoover loses the basketball. Not sure what happened there.
I think what's happening is Chambersburg's, they're not tall, but they're built well. They look like athletes out there, and they're really causing Greencastle, when they're holding the ball out front with their guards, there's just nowhere to go with it right now, and they're really getting out of sync, and they're running their offense way too far out.
Chambersburg running their offense. Mincy left alone for the three. No, doesn't go. Rebound. Gimby, and they're going to call a foul on Gimby.
Yeah. And that's just a tough one. You're just on the wrong side of a hustle play.
That's going to be his third on the rebound.
Matt Lutz is going to check in for Brian, I believe.
Give him a little, I'd give him to the fourth quarter. Maybe, now depends on how it goes. Sometimes you just need to bring him back in.
Well, and unfortunately, just, he's not shooting well, and, he's got to keep his head up.
Yep. 2-3 zone, Greencastle on the inbounds play. But you got to make sure if you stay in that 2-3, you got to keep an eye on the shooters. Sometimes that's what happens on those inbounds. Browse with the ball right side, cuts across Mincy. Mincy, little 15-footer, and it's good from the elbow.
Mincy's played a nice game so far.
He has 6 points. The lead back up to 7.
And he's done a nice job on Hoover.
Hoover dumps to Sprague.
See, see how we're holding the ball, Greg? Yep. It's sticking too much. We got to move it.
Hoover down baseline, can't get it to go. Gelsinger tries to knock it loose and doesn't. Hoover's having a rough time offensively. They've done a great job on stopping him. So up to Chambersburg goes. We're at the halfway part here of the third quarter. Score is 30-23, 7-point lead for Chambersburg. They run
back
door. Yeah.
Oh, he missed it.
He did.
I mean, he missed it.
He did miss it bad. Stoller was out of bounds, unfortunately, when he grabbed the ball.
Mincy is looking up at the basket like, what happened there?
How'd that go over?
Yeah.
Browns to inbounds underneath their basket. Against the 2-3.
Oh, yeah.
And Stoller knocks it out of bounds.
Good hustle. He had kind of waiting for the perfect play as I was going over inbounds plays this morning, Greg, and I reminded the inbounder, your job number one is to get it in. Don't be picky.
Yeah.
Get it in, and he had Mincy wide open and was waiting kind of for a better option, and it almost cost him.
Sometimes you want him to wait because your second or third option is wide open, but you only have 5 seconds to
That's
get the ball
exactly right. I'll take my chances with missing the second and third options to get it in.
Lutz, good job.
Yep. Good job by Matt Lutz.
On Whitfield, and the ball comes back to Greencastle. Sprague with the ball now. Goes into Hoover. Hoover to Gelsinger. Gelsinger, front of the rim, doesn't go. And Christian with the rebound.
Again, a little rush, Greg.
Yep. And they're starting to, I don't know if panic's the word, and battle for the ball. Hoover finally comes down with it. Doesn't have numbers, but decides to take it up, and it's going to be a block foul against Shupp.
I think I don't know if panic's the right word, but they're definitely.
They know they need a score. Right?
Yeah, they're pressing. I think it's probably the best word. They're pressing, and these are big foul shots. Casey hit these. See it go down a couple times. He'll be back on track.
Hits his first one, 7 points. First one since they had 6 in the first quarter.
You were working on our technical difficulties at halftime there. It was nice to see Janae Faulkner and Chris share the MVP award.
Well, I said that's a possibility, didn't I?
Yep.
I thought it was. And yeah.
Do you have inside information?
No. Hoover hits the second one. He has 8 on the night. Brings the Blue Devils back within 5. So as bad as the Blue Devils are playing offensively,
you're right.
They're only down 5.
A little surprised you put Brian Gemby back in here, and they're going right at him.
Yeah, they are. Yep. And Whitfield with the bucket down low. They did that against Chase Buchanan about 3 times in a row with Whitfield, and Whitfield scored every time.
Yep. Brian's going to have to be careful with the fouls. A little surprised they went back to him this early.
Sprague with the ball in the wing, waiting for something to happen offensively.
But maybe struggling offensively, he's looking for players to put the ball in the bucket.
Yeah. Chambersburg still in the man-to-man defense. They play that well, and they use their athleticism to do so. Sprague to Hoover. Hoover now to Sprague. Sprague fakes, goes in, jumps off to Gelsinger, and back to Gimby. Gimby set this time, but it's going to still go short. Stoller with the rebound, has an open shot, doesn't get it to go, and Whitfield with the rebound. Hoover all over him, but he better be careful. He does have 2.
And then they're pulling the string here a little bit. Every shot's short. They're aiming. They just got to play. They just got to let it rip.
Schreffler,
and they're going right at Gemby again.
Nice pass to Shupp. Yep, Shupp makes it. He has 11 points on the night, and the lead now just goes bouncing back up to 9 points. It's that quick. Now Hoover drove and goes down, and I'm not sure who they called a foul on, but okay, yeah, it's going to go against Chambersburg, so Hoover gets back to the line, which is really, if he can drive and pick up the fouls, that's okay.
Oh yeah, the clock stops and you get to set your defense, absolutely.
Mincy will be charged with the foul. Hoover misses that one,
but as you said, you gotta knock him in.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, obviously if you're not going to make them. Schreffler into the game at the point guard position for the Trojans, and the second one is good for Hoover. So Chambersburg down court, Schreffler out front being guarded by Hoover. They switch off to Shupp. Shupp walked before he put the ball on the ground. And just a second turnover for Chambersburg here in the third quarter. They have 7 on the game, which is pretty doggone good.
They have. They've had a good game plan. Collier checks back in. Just wonder if Coach Martin might try his 1-3-1 here a little bit. Just try to extend it and maybe get a turnover or two to try to change the momentum of this game. They've stayed pretty much with the half-court man-to-man the whole game. Might just throw them a little curveball.
I thought they had one time, but it wasn't for a long period of time if they did. Stoller drives, kicks to Gelsinger. Gelsinger, three, no, wow.
Yep.
And he throws up, you can hear the crowd saying air ball. 34-26. And Christian, who was in, comes, or who was out, comes back in from Mincy. And you got to plug that back in. We're having all sorts of technical problems here tonight. It's all because you need power. The world's power hungry. Inside to Collier. He misses the first one, but gets the second one. The big 6'6" kid does just what he's put in the game to do. First bucket for him. Blue Devils now down by 10. 36-26. Minute to go. Back out front to Hoover. Being guarded by Christian. Drive, goes to Sprague. Inside to Brandon Stoller, and a blocking foul called against Cade Brindle into the ball game. Be his first.
We'll take that one, but that was close.
Yeah, it was.
I'm going to move away from this so I don't do that again.
No. Thought it may be something I said. So Brandon Stoller goes to the line. 4 quick points in the first quarter, and then he hits this one for 5. And
you know, back to your point, Greg, I mean, as offensive challenges we've been, we're down 9.
Now at 8, yep. Yes, it's Stoller to Stoller. Nice pass to Hoover, and now they're down to 6 points here.
And he has put on a full court press here. Good move by Coach Martin, just trying something. Uh-oh. Good pass.
Oh, that's nice. That's a nice foul, though.
Yep, good foul.
Yep. Collier, the big kid, and Brandon Stoller, the little kid. They went up, and Stoller knocked him down, put him on the line. 36-30.
Nothing wrong with that at all. Make him earn it at the foul line. It's only Brandon's first. There's nothing wrong with that at all.
Not at all. Stoller with 2 points on the foul shot, and then a steal, and puts him right back in. Let's see what he does from the free throw line. Off to the right. Good foul.
Yeah,
that was a short bucket.
Yeah.
I think this freshman for them will reap better. They already gave the horn. They can't bring him in. And
now they got a circus.
Yeah, everybody's looking around.
See, and that's where referees you just have to make the call.
Yeah.
And I think that's
just live with it.
Yeah. Whether you're right or wrong, or you just be emphatic.
Collier, second shot off to the right, but no, they're up there to get the rebound. Battle for the rebound. And out of bounds is Chambersburg. So Greencastle's going to get it back with 34 seconds and a chance to make this just a 4-point game.
Yeah, that and where we were about 3 minutes ago
at 10, thinking, okay, we're in trouble here. Sam Sprague will come out momentarily as they will bring back in Ben Freeman. Remember, Freeman almost threw one in at halftime. Into Hoover, full court press, 30 seconds up on the board. It is a guard-laden offense. Stoller drives and tried to force one inside, and Chambersburg gets it by. Christian goes up, he misses it, and Chambersburg loses it again.
A lot of missed layups tonight.
Yeah, particularly for Chambersburg, which is unusual.
Yeah, they could easily be up 10 at this point again.
17 seconds. 14 seconds. Hoover against Christian, gets by him, goes to the Hoover. Stoller,
got to pull the trigger on that.
Gimby short doesn't go. Gelsinger puts it back up. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, no foul, and we come out of this okay. It was Gimby who threw one up. He caught the ball and threw it up from almost half court, hits the front of the rim. I don't think it would have counted anyway, but the quarter comes to an end, 36-30. Got a ball game here. Don't go away. Be right back on the F&M Trust Sports Network here on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Woulda. Had an auto accident? It's common to wonder how things could have turned out differently.
Hit that one. I'm never done.
Heavier insurance. With Erie, instead of regrets, you can focus on putting in yourself behind you. with an
I don't think so.
auto policy.
That's on, but not I don't know the audio's on.
It stays put until you change a car, driver, or address. People who treat you fairly.
That makes no
legendary
sense.
Service, great rates. That's what it means to have seriously good insurance for your auto, home, or business. Erie Insurance. See for yourself why Erie received the J.D. Power Award for highest in customer satisfaction with the auto insurance purchase.
I think that was out a little bit when I got knocked out.
Your Erie agent in Greencastle and Waynesboro is Antrim Insurance Agency.
Yeah.
Get a quote
I think it's coming back on.
INSPA.com.
Erie rate
I don't think it-
in all states. Erie for 3 years in Virginia. Other conditions and limitations at ErieInsurance.com. For J.D. Power award information, go to jdpower.com.
Erie Insurance. Your home for Franklin County sports. This is MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Now we're still dealing with our technical difficulties, and I don't know if we're having audio or not, but we're going to pretend like we do. 8 minutes to go in the ball game, fourth quarter. Blue Devils.
When in doubt, think positive.
Yeah.
That's a charge.
Yeah, that's got to be a charge. Yep. Hoover went straight to the hoop.
Yep, Casey had his head down, predetermined what he was going to do there, and just that's where we, and I've talked about that before. He's got to pull up and take that little 8-10 foot jumper.
Yeah, I agree 100% on that one.
6-point Chambersburg lead here. Greencastle has to continue to work on the the defensive end. Wide open three for Christian. He's off.
Battle for the rebound, Stoller, and
right now Chambersburg's out hustling them right for off the boards.
Yeah, they are.
They're not bigger. They're just physically one hit.
Yep, I think they are, and that's something Greencastle has to do. They're down only 6 points, and they left Christian open again. He missed the first. He missed 2 in a row. They get another rebound.
Good hands by Hoover.
Yeah, and they get the ball back. Another chance to come down here and score. It's been pretty amazing that they can keep it this close. Sprague with the basketball. Gimby cutting and goes up and gets fouled. Christian with the foul.
Yep, now he's got to make these count.
Yeah, he does. Has to hit these. 36-30, 7 minutes and 1 second to go here in the contest.
When you're struggling so bad offensively, it even heightens these foul shots.
It's Gimby 2 for 2 on the night. That's his only 2 points. Gets that one. He's got 3.
Be interesting to see if Coach Martin goes back to his full court press if this goes in.
I'm not thinking about it. I don't know how successful it was. I don't really recall.
It really didn't do much. It did have the 1 turnover out of it. He is in the press.
So it is a 2-point game now. Mincy goes down
and that's a nice pull-up. That's what we're talking about. Stared Sam Sprague right down, about an 8-foot pull-up jump shot from Mincy. Very nice play. Still only a 6-point. It's really only a 2-possession game.
Yeah, it is. Stoller to Gelsinger. Gelsinger with picks up the foul. He does pick up the foul. It will be Whitfield who picks up the foul. Cade's first foul of the night. We're only at 4 or a second. We're only at 4 and 4 for each team. 5 and 4 now for Chambersburg.
I think Greencastle has to continue to do what Gelsinger just did. They've got to turn, face the bucket, and drive. Chambersburg's defense is not letting them breathe. They're up on them, and I think our quickness, we can get around some people.
Sprague out front. Stoller on the wing with the ball. Gelsinger cuts through the middle, nothing there. Puts it down, goes up, and
good shot.
Yep, it's the shot you wanted to take.
Yep,
and Chambersburg throws it away, but I think what they're saying was Stoller hit it. Not so sure that.
Not sure, but he called it right away. There wasn't any.
I think he thought Stoller had had a hand in that, and he might have been right. Schreffler running the point for.
That was a good possession for Greencastle. The Stoller, yep. And that's a good play by Chambersburg.
Yeah.
They know Brian's in foul trouble. They're going right at him. Number 22, Whitfield continues to post up, and that's a good basketball. And he did. He reached over top.
Yeah, he did. So at his 4th, he'll come out.
Oh, no. Oh, good block.
Oh, Lutz. They threw the lob into Mincy, and Lutz gets charged with the foul, not credited with the foul. And Greencastle will take a timeout. 6:02 remaining in the final quarter of the championship game. 38-32. Blue Devils trail by 6 against the Trojans on the F&M Trust Sports Network here on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
There's nothing like being at the game. The excitement, the fun, the food, and all the waste. Whether it's popcorn boxes, hot dog wrappers, or this soda cup. Big games generate tons of waste. That's why Waste Management is helping stadiums and businesses reduce waste altogether through recycling and organic composting. To learn more, talk to your local waste management representative or visit thinkgreen.com.
MidPennBroadcasting.com.
$38-32. It is a 6-point lead still for the Chambersburg Trojans as they send Mincy to the line to shoot the 2 free throws. A chance to expand it to 8.
How many does Mincy have, Greg?
Mincy, he has 8 points on the night. Makes these, they'll be 10, and he makes the first one 9.
He's played a nice game. He ran their offense. He's played great defense on Casey Hoover.
Yeah, he has. In the second one going up, it gets the roll, and then it goes now up to a 40-32 lead for the Chambersburg Trojans. Here comes full court press again. Yeah, he's held Hoover to 11 points. Lutz, in and out it goes. Rebound to Schreffler.
Good shot.
Yeah, it was. That's one.
That was halfway down.
That was. I think you should give at least a point for that.
Exactly.
At
least get a high five.
Yeah, like that was a nice shot. Too bad it didn't go in. I think that's double dribble. No one calls it.
No, you're right. But technically it should be.
The ball goes in your hands. You drop it and you catch it, and then you dribble it again, or you dribble it to get control. Chambersburg working the offense right now. As they try to go downstairs, they do. They get the ball into Shupp, back out front to Schreffler. Schreffler will reset. Hoover guarding him.
Now, I think you want to be careful if you're Chambersburg. This is what happens a couple of times. It's 5 minutes, you're up 8. You got to still play.
Mincy's not going to settle.
No, he's not.
He goes in for it, but they get the rebound. Still can't get the bucket. Another rebound. That time, Lutz knocks it out of bounds. Lutz with the big play.
And Matt Lutz continues to do a nice job in there. He's battling, and that's what he needs to do.
3-2 zone, Blue Devils on the inbounds. Schreffler to do so on the right side. Goes to Mincy. Mincy stops and pops about a 15-footer. Yes, it's good.
You're right about Mincy. He's not settling.
No. He's here.
And they shouldn't.
No.
They shouldn't. That pushes it to 10-point lead, Greg.
Yeah, back up to 10 point. The Blue Devils they just can't turn the corner here, offensively or stopping the Trojans.
I think Sam has the quickness to take Whitfield out here. I'm sorry, Shupp's guarding him. There he goes. There you go.
And he gets the ball back.
That's all right.
Away. Yep, it's all right. Hoover needs to just shake.
Hoover does the same thing. There you go.
Yeah.
That's what they got to keep doing. Now, Casey can't get frustrated with that. They called the foul. That's what they're going to do.
Is that 1-on-1?
Not yet. He's got one more to go, but he's got to continue to drive the basketball. That'll create opportunities for other people as well.
Yeah, I think he needs to go against them too. So, Mincy.
There's a lot of ways to score the basketball inside, and one of the biggest, most important ways is driving.
Hoover up off the glass too hard. Mincy all over him. You can't get a.
I think Casey's getting frustrated now.
Yep. Oh,
that's a big shot.
Yes, it is, and it goes down.
Great time to shoot a 3 is in transition, and that was a good ball movement. Got it to their best shooter for a wide open wing jumper.
Hoover to Gimby. To Gelsinger to Hoover. Hoover, nice pass to Lutz. Lutz converts it for 2. That was pretty.
Yep, nice play.
Full court pressure, 3:42. Now the time starts to work against the Blue Devils here as they now have brought it back to it's 11-point lead. Mincy puts the ball to the hoop, goes to the bucket and goes.
And as good as Greencastle's playing on the ball defense, their weak side defense there let them down a little bit. They got to do a better job of seeing the ball.
Hoover out front to Gimby on the wing. To Lutz in the bottom. To Hoover. Going to go up, take the shot. He can't get it to go. He's had a rough night shooting-wise. And Chambersburg just threw it away. Got to come down and score here. Chambersburg's first turnover of the quarter, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, only 8 turnovers. Pretty impressive with that. Blue Devils.
34 points, just not enough offensive output, Greg.
No, not enough. And they're going to run the offense, and they really don't have time.
No, you're exactly right. There's not time for this. They got to be attacking.
Lutz inside to Sprague. Sprague out to Gimby. I don't know what that was about. You got to come back. They brought Hoover out for a breather here. 13-point deficit. Greencastle calls the timeout. Going to be the full timeout. 2:23. Greencastle in trouble in this one. 47-34. They trail the Chambersburg Trojans on the F&M Trust Sports Network here on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Have heating or air conditioning needs? Look no further than Lecron's Comfort Solutions. We service all brands: heat pumps, humidifiers, system replacements, gas, oil, electric heat, and ductless systems. Lecron's Comfort Solutions is your authorized Trane dealer. Call Corey at 717-597-3768 for a free estimate. We are licensed and insured. Lecron's Comfort Solutions. Local company, local name. Serving Greencastle and all of Franklin County with professional service and installation.
Streaming live with over 70 local sporting events a year. This is MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Well, a rough road to hoe for the Blue Devils who want to try to pull off this championship. They trail by 13 points right now, and 2:23 to go. That clock will, in no time, go under 2 minutes. And Chambersburg gets the ball inbounds. Mincy, who right now would be my MVP of the tournament if Chambersburg holds on to win. Christensen, long three, doesn't go.
That's a bad shot there.
Yeah, it was. And Chambersburg gets the rebound back. Yeah, I don't know why, again, that's not one you want to take.
And then I'm not saying they should go into a complete stall right now, but that was about a 27-footer.
Yeah, with up by 13.
I'll go with Mincy on that.
Yeah.
Oh wow, he got hit there.
Stoller and Mincy collided, no foul called.
Yeah.
And it's still Chambersburg ball underneath as the clock has gone under 2 minutes, 1:57 here remaining in the contest. They get the ball into Christensen. Christensen blocked
by Lutz.
And Greencastle will get the ball back.
I guess the positive you got to take out of what we've seen so far is Matt Lutz has played pretty well.
Yeah, had 2 block shots, which is, he's in the ball game because he's big and use that height.
Absolutely.
Stoller out for Robinson. Greencastle needs to time the situation, move it down court quickly. Hoover gets it across the timeline, and I just go to the hoop and shoot.
Yeah, I think you're 100% right. They're just there's no time for this.
Yeah,
just go.
Locked, yeah. Yeah, just go.
Yep, and back to what you said, and it's important everybody understands time and situation, where you're at. And you got to drive and kick for 3, or if not, go to the hoop. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. That's what you got to do.
Greencastle with Lutz and Robinson in with Sprague when the steal goes up to the left-hand layup for 2.
Good job. They got to press now. They got to bring everybody up. Mike Stooler's out, a little surprising. Yeah, with his quickness.
Chambersburg, nice job breaking the press. Really nice job breaking the press. They missed the layup. Lutz with the rebound out to Hoover.
They must have missed 8 layups today, Greg.
Yeah, it's been pretty amazing. To Gimby. Gimby drives, puts it up. Can't get it to roll. Rebound.
That's all right.
Yeah, that's a good foul.
That's a good shot, too.
Yep. So Sprague joins the double-figure club here. He has 10 points, and Hoover with 11. And really, Gimby with the 4 foul shots, and Ian Gelsinger, who started the ball game with that big 3, Stoller has 6. So Gimby comes out. A little offense, defense. I agree with you. Get Stoller back in there. They bring in
But you want to try Heilman, your quickest kids, and you're kind of to the point now where it's desperation time.
Yeah, it is. It is. 11 points, a lot to make up in a minute. And in fact, that's 25% of your total output of the ball game.
And then that's as Chambersburg misses the foul shot, but that's the major point with it, Greg. It's not how much. Oh, Ben Freeman comes right off the bench and knocks in a big 3-pointer. Cuts it to 8. They're going to have to foul, Greg.
Yeah.
Too much time letting go.
Chambersburg calls the timeout because they were having a little bit of trouble on the inbounds play. Well, that's a big move, huh? Coming off the bench and bang.
He almost made a 40-footer right off the bench.
Yeah.
20 feet's nothing.
It's no big deal at that point. So the Blue Devils 47 now behind 47-39.
Again, Greg, I'd like to personally thank James Buchanan and their athletic directors and staff for just unbelievable hospitality they showed for us. They hosted the tournament in an absolute great way. It's been a good tournament, and Greencastle will learn from this. They will learn where they need to improve. And really, I think what happened is physically, and this is what you worry about. You and I talked a lot about this last night. When you're young, it's not just a height and experience problem. Look at Whitfield compared to Bryson Robinson, just his arms and his size. It's a physicality issue. In Chambersburg, when they got physical on defense, Greencastle really struggled. They're going to have to foul. They got to foul.
They got to foul now. Sam, go ahead. Take one.
They got to foul.
Or go for the 5-second count. He called a timeout. Can only hope they were out of timeouts.
Yeah.
So too much time off the clock for a 12-point deficit. I mean, that's 4 possessions in 30 seconds. Has to be a fool because they're out of 30 seconds. We will return to the airways on Friday night, Shippensburg. The Blue Devils will take on the Shippensburg Greyhounds in what will be a big game. As the Colonial League gets underway. I don't have Chambersburg scheduled in front of me, but I got the funny feeling they go into league play too. So
I think, I'm not 100% sure, I think they play Cumberland Valley next.
For some reason, I think you may be right. Chambersburg's cheering squad imitating the Blue Devils cheering squad. Here, during this timeout.
Kids are still into it, still having fun.
Yeah, still having fun. That's right. That's what you're here for.
That's exactly right. 8-point game, 30 seconds left on the clock. And I think our friends from James Buchanan are about ready to wrap this up.
Yeah, time to go home.
Yeah, exactly.
Time to go home. I said a 12-point. It is an 8-point game. Finally, right there, Sam. There you go.
Yep.
Sprague with the foul. That will send Browse to the line. He hasn't shot yet tonight. 27.1 seconds.
I think he did make a couple foul shots earlier.
Oh yeah, he's 2 for 2. I'm sorry, I take that back.
Yep.
But some situation, it's going to take all 10 seconds allotted to him. It's the first one.
It's about 3 o'clock in the morning and my memory's still good.
Yeah, I'm amazed by that. It is 10:35.
You should be on fumes right now.
4 o'clock. I think we started at 4. And here at 3:30, and should have brought a pillow along. Browse.
You know you're in trouble when the first game goes to overtime.
Oh yeah, you knew.
Browse has a nice touch from the line. Very nice follow through.
Yeah, 4 points off from the line.
Yeah, but no fouls now. I think a 10-point lead with 20 seconds to go. Just let it go.
Yeah. Shoot it. They get the ball to over to Hoover to Sprague. Sprague's going to drive the lane. Oh, geez. I'm going to say no, but they're going to call it foul.
It was the right call, but 9 seconds left.
Yeah, 1-1. It's going to, Chambersburg's going to come away with the victory here tonight. Yeah, I think I would go with, if I look at this championship game, Christian had the big game last night, but Mincy tonight has done a lot of things, including defensively shutting down Hoover. Sprague hits the bucket for his 12th point.
You know, I'm going to say something, Greg, and it's hard to understand unless you play sports. Christian's their best player. Mincy might be their most important player.
Yeah.
And there is a big difference. There's a big difference, and Mincy is played really well tonight. He's hit the big shots, and he's hit the shots when Greencastle has made any runs. And that's a foul on Hoover, and this game's academic at this point. So let's look. Where's Greencastle at? They beat Waynesboro last night. They're going to lose to Chambersburg tonight. They go into Shippensburg, who we both feel is the top team in the league. So, they're not going to have a whole lot of time to feel sorry for themselves.
No.
They've got to get back to work.
Unfortunately, it's Friday.
Well, that's right.
They do it.
I'm sorry, it is Friday, right.
They can't do it.
So they're going to have to go back, and I think the biggest thing is they just have to continue to work on that half-court offense against a physical man-to-man. I do think Waynesboro helped us by pressing. It helped us get up and down and get in rhythm, and Chambersburg just played a very solid half-court physical man-to-man as Casey Hoover shoots it from Greencastle, and that'll be it.
51-41, the final in this one. We'll return with the post-game show right after these messages on the F&M Trust Sports Network here on Mid-Penn Broadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. With the home equity line of credit from F&M Trust, you can pay less rate and add more great to your life. Get extra funds to pay off high-interest bills, tackle home remodeling projects, or make other big purchases. Apply today, and you'll rake in even more savings with F&M Trust's special introductory rate. For details, connect with any local branch or visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
There's nothing like being at the game. The excitement, the fun, the food, and all the waste. Whether it's popcorn boxes, hot dog wrappers, or this soda cup. Big games generate tons of waste. That's why Waste Management is helping stadiums and businesses reduce waste altogether through recycling and organic composting. To learn more, talk to your local waste management representative or visit thinkgreen.com.
Have heating or air conditioning needs? Look no further than Lecron's Comfort Solutions. We service all brands. Heat pumps, humidifiers, system replacements, gas, oil, electric heat, and ductless systems. Lecron's Comfort Solutions is your authorized Trane dealer. Call Corey at 717-597-3768 for a free estimate. We are licensed and insured. Lecron's Comfort Solutions. Local company, local name. Serving Greencastle and all of Franklin County with professional service and installation.
Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency, has been serving the tri-state area for 35 years. We specialize in screen printing and embroidered clothing. Del Martin Incorporated supplies a full range of brand-name uniforms for athletic, work, and medical applications, and a full line of advertising essentials. We have an in-house artist ready to put your ideas to work for you. T-shirts for schools, clubs, churches, and events. Del Martin Incorporated, 21 Sarah Susan Lane, Greencastle. Phone 717-597-5751 or online at delprint.com.
Streaming live with over 70 local sporting events a year, this is MidPennBroadcasting.com.
The Blue Devils going down, the 10-point defeat to the Chambersburg Trojans, 51-41. Defensive effort, you hold them to 51 points, that's not bad. You got to score more than 41 points. It's going to be hard to win a lot of ball games as they're announcing the all-tournament team for Heggie for James Buchanan, Cal Huffman for Waynesboro.
Heggie had a heck of a tournament.
Yeah, he did. He had a nice tournament. Hoover gets the... I think Sprague had a great game here, too. Sprague finished with Here he comes. Yep, he had 12 points tonight. Hoover had 11. Stoller had 6 points. And then really Freeman 3, Gelsinger 3, and Gimby 4, and Lutz 2. Cole Christian getting the all-tournament team.
Tournament MVP from Chambersburg, Cade Whitfield.
Well, Whitfield did finish the night. Whitfield had 6 points tonight. I don't quite understand that when they give him the MVP. I really thought that Mincy was the man tonight.
Yeah, but you know what's cool? You see Minsky up there clapping louder than anyone else.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Minsky got my vote. Not that I have a vote, but if I did, he would. Greencastle, they're upset right now, but they need to just get back to work and get after it on Monday and get ready for what's going to be a tough game against Shippensburg.
Oh, what's everybody leaving for? Come on, let's have some more games here. 4 is not enough.
Everyone backs to Hoover's house for a backyard basketball game.
I mean, we started at 4. It's 10:45. We got time.
Thomas, go round up the guys. We're all going to Greg Hoover's house for basketball.
We have lights back there, but I tell you what, I don't know how good I would be for many reasons. But hey, you know what? Great tournament for everybody. It's like people learn some things. They go back and they got some things to work on. At Chambersburg, congratulations to them. They were picked to win and they came through with this one, so it would be. So Rick will do the Shippensburg game coming up next Friday.
I think so.
Okay, I know you got to check your schedule.
Yep, got to check that, but congratulations to the Lady Blue Devils for their championship win, and then also to the Chambersburg Trojans for their win, as the Hoover young women are coming over and stealing Dad's sandwiches.
It's all nothing but bread at this point in time because I ate all the good stuff out of it.
Your father's losing his patience a little bit. He's very hungry and tired. I'd be careful.
First of all, thank you to Keystone Ford for sponsoring this tournament. Thank you for James Buchanan for the host and their hospitality to us. We certainly do appreciate it at this point in time. This broadcast brought to you by F&M Trust. Pay less rate and get more great this fall with a special offer on a home equity line of credit. Learn more at fnmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender. Antrim Insurance, your local area insurance agent serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding areas. Waste management, environmentally friendly technologies, and advanced innovations. Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency serving the tri-state area for 35 years. Electron Comfort Solutions serving all over Franklin County with professional service and installation. And Klein's Tours, New York City, Atlantic City, and more. Visit kleinstours.net for a complete tour schedule. For Greg Hoover, or for Rick Lewis, see how it is.
Don't even know who you are anymore.
This is Greg Hoover, F&M Trust Sports Network here on the Mid-Penn Broadcasting and Game Time PA. Again, a final score of that one, Chambersburg winning 51-41. Good night, everybody.